Actually.
And we're live. Yeah. Dudes with Wrenches is here. He's in the basement. He's figuring out some audio. Oh, now he's gone. He gone. We'll get him back.
He's gone.
Fox can't fix it. In the house, brother. How are you? How are you? We didn't do a bunch of lives this week in the dungeon, so I didn't get to talk to old Fox. Jim, how was your week, bud?
It was pretty hectic, quite frankly.
Yeah?
It kind of sucked, yeah. But it's Saturday night here now, so it's gotten a whole lot better.
Hell yeah!
How was your week?
Not terrible actually. It wasn't the most busy week that I've had in a while. Oh. Okay, everyone in the chat. Does it sound like there's a jet taking off right now in the background? It feels like you ever listen to those recordings like somebody records like a mobster house where you're trying to hear what everyone is saying and you can hear all that background?
Oh yeah.
So loud. Jim, did you hear him? Scratch your arm again. Can you hear that? Or is it just me, right?
That's a really, really good microphone.
Welcome to Dudes with Wrenches, where we have superhuman hearing for that real ASMR.
I'm going to blame this mic. I don't know what it's doing right now.
Oh my God, that is so much deeper than normal when you do the up. Oh yeah, give us the announcer voice now with that thing on super.
This microphone on super volume. I'm talking pretty quietly here.
Dude, it's so loud.
Enhance.
I don't think you can enhance it anymore.
I'm pretty sure it's as enhanced as it'll go there, bud. You got that Hims prescription for it or whatever they are.
Oh, is that what we're doing? It works extra hard.
Extra hard. Oh, it could have just been depressed too. Apparently, that's also what Hims does.
I hear you can get that stuff without a doctor.
Have you been seeing? So I have some questions about that. I guess we'll just jump right into getting demonetized today. Oh, by the way, let me talk about that later on in the show. I have a whole new rant and some science from last week on that one. But YouTube is pushing Hims and Hers like a lot. Obviously, they've spent a lot of money on advertising to advertise on a product on a platform. And yeah, I've heard that you don't have to be like to see a real doctor to get these things, and that's fine. But what point does it become like, ooh, we probably shouldn't have advertised that on our platform? Like the what was the thing in England with the land and the sirs and sires thing? Heavy D. You don't remember? You didn't see that? There was a thing where you could send money to somebody in England, and you would get a title as a land baron or whatever, lords and ladies type deal, and it's ended up being some sort of deal where basically they're buying lots of like timberland and then dividing it up, saying little people get little sections, and then you all get a plaque.
Yeah, you get like a 3 foot by 3 foot square of land is what you're buying. Yeah.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Wow. Yeah. So the whole thing, and then they a big deal went back about basically it was a scam, and then everyone's like, well, we took money from these people, and so it was a big thing.
And this stuff does everything for you.
Yeah, Highland. I think it's.
I have to burn my browser now.
Have you looked at some things you can't unsee?
I'm looking up the old hymns.
Oh, you're in the hymns, but okay.
I'm gonna get every spam email now for life.
Did you? Does it make you put an email in?
No, but it'll know me.
It'll know you.
It knows me now.
Yeah, so that
knows I got the performance issues.
Oh, so you need some hymns?
I guess.
I don't want to say it. It could ruin my VA rating. Oh man. Hey Becky, how's it going?
Generic Viagra.
Yeah.
Sleep gummies. They sell everything.
You're right. It doesn't make you a lord or lady. And that was their little bit of dishonesty. And I thought the fact that the Diesel brothers, they ran bunch of ads on their YouTube. And then when everybody started saying it was a scam, they actually doubled down and went out there and met with the lady and saw their plot of land that they own. To show you that it's no, I guess it depends what you thought you were.
So
getting.
the premise here is because you're buying land there, it makes you a sir or a lady.
Well, no,
Yes.
the premise here is that you're yes and no. What they're really selling you, if you look at the fine print, is they're selling you stopping of deforestation, essentially. These are tracts of land like I have out here, forest timber tracts that they're buying up and then they'll never be logged again, essentially. You know what I mean? So what they're doing is buying cheap land that's been already deforested. It's been replanted with maybe 3 to 5 foot tall trees. And then their thing is that because it's owned by so many different people, this tract of land will never be developed and it'll stay a forest forever. And by doing it, you get this little piece of paper that calls you a lord and a lady. And
This sounds like snake oil.
It's 100% snake oil.
Yes.
Like there's no way around it. But
I would like to be a fancy lady.
But there are worse things. Well, I mean, it's just like buying a freaking
not with that beard, man.
Well,
I'm gonna say, I
don't know what country you're living in.
2023. Listen, if these luscious locks up here want to make me look like a girl, the beard doesn't matter. It comes with the territory.
I was trying to get us demonetized, but you guys, you're below.
Oh yeah, we didn't take the bite. Well, we're 6 minutes in, dude.
I don't think we're being very acceptable here. I mean,
so far. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to try and make it through this episode without us doing anything too crazy, so that when it's demonetized 5 minutes after we end, I can maybe.
But I get rid of my segment then.
What was your segment?
I'm just going to call it demonetized talking points. And I had some questions, just one of them little mind twister questions that make you go, what?
You know what? I screwed monetization. Hit it. Let's do what you got. I don't care.
Oh, no, let's keep going. We'll get into this a little later.
Okay, we'll see how far we can try to make it. Oh, man. Let's see. Everyone. Yeah, Becky was watching all of that.
I'll tell you what we need is a timer that runs on the screen so that we know how long we go before we hit that demonetize.
Well, so that's the thing I want to talk about too with things about that little deal is all three of us, right after we ended the last one, we got in the Discord and I was like, it's demonetized already, or limited ad. It's not really demonetized. And then we all laughed and we bullshitted about it a little bit. And this was a week ago, and then we never talked about it again. But it's like, I don't think we did anything really wrong in last week's to be demonetized. But then again, I don't feel good enough hitting that. I don't, that because there's a button that says, are you sure it shouldn't be demonetized? And I'm like, I mean, they make their rules so vague that I could be in the wrong.
But the rules are right there. You can read them. I mean, you can.
I know, but have you read? Have you read? I read them, and you know what it says? Did you cuss too much? And I say, well, what's too much?
No,
I say, well, we don't know. We don't know.
But they put out a note about that. They put out a note about the whole cussing too much. And basically, if you don't cuss in like the first couple minutes of your live stream, you're good.
Well, we definitely don't do anything bad in the first couple of minutes.
Exactly.
But then again, further into the conversations, who knows where?
Well, yeah, I mean,
who's aware of the future?
Well, I don't know. I mean, because when dude starts talking about, what were you talking about? Was it crystal meth last time?
I mean,
here we go.
If you want to get, I mean, with I don't know.
9 minutes in. Well, I feel I have read the terms and service on drug use and paraphernalia and stuff like that, and just saying the word on the live stream does not get you demonetized.
Yeah, but last week he gave
you might have to click review on that. Yeah, there was some ingredients and yeah.
There wasn't any instructions.
I mean, there's not much to instruct there.
I mean,
it's self-explanatory.
Like, yeah, just take this. You just need this chemical and a couple other chemicals, and you can just make it.
Then you shake and whatever you do with that there thing.
5 years, really, Banky, huh? Stupid Fest, how's it going? We're gonna make shirts and stickers that say demonetized.
Demonetized. If you'd like to come for monetization, not here.
We're trying to make as little money as possible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's true. We've talked about it. We don't do these lives to make money. Obviously, that's not the point. But
Really,
the fact that they were so quick to turn it off last time, like because the one before, which I think was a worse episode as far as things we talked about that could have gotten us demonetized. That one took hours after we were done for it to actually do it. I am not 100% that the last one wasn't demonetized before we were even off the live. In fact,
the algorithm. The algorithm was just like, yeah, those assholes are doing a live again. Just hit them.
And I'm wondering if
he's sort of swear.
Yeah, I meant to say a-hole. Damn.
Well, this setup is more or less like homeless people that don't start out by saying, "Hey, sir, can I get some change?" They just punch you directly in the face. Like, "Give me your change." Is that really begging at that point, or is it just armed robbery?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not begging at all. So yeah, that's what Becky's saying. Well, unfortunately, that's legal in my state. Everything is legal in this state, Becky. Oregon really did that cool thing. Well, we are definitely not bringing church and state into here. That's just a terrible idea, Becky.
What about churches that are states? Yeah.
What church state is still around?
Yep, you're bringing it into the conversation. See what you did there?
Well, now I'm just confused.
Yeah, I'm interested in this church state.
It's like, no, that's the shoot. That's the thing. We shouldn't talk about that. But that sounds interesting. So let's talk about it.
Sounds interesting.
Oh man. So I asked Jim how his week went. I haven't really talked to you a whole lot. How's your week been?
Tired.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of everything.
Yeah.
One of those weeks.
Yeah, you will definitely have that.
They're gonna be sending us the YouTube. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, that might be why I'm just having one of those weeks, because it's one of them roller coasters that did one of these, and there was no rhyme or reason for it, and then it was just like, okay, fine, I quit. I'm just
I do kind of want to talk.
The last couple days, I think the last 3 days, I've had a net increase of 1 subscriber for 3 days.
Oof.
Yeah, because it would go up and then down, and then up and then down, and then up and then down. Yeah. Today, I finally managed to get 9 subscribers today. So off of one short.
He said hoping to keep it monetized. When is your birthday, Becky? Well, how close are we that? You don't have no great-great-grandson yet. That's normally a good thing.
This dude's locked up, or is he just staring into?
He went away.
Oh, okay.
He was very interested in that one thing. So this is what I wanted to say about YouTube and asking how you feel about things. So right now, my numbers are all way down because my couple of videos that were just doing work and not really having to be promoted were just doing work, and then they died. And now YouTube has seen that my analytics have all dropped, and they're like, the reason they've dropped is because you put out less videos. Even though I've put out more videos and I'm right in the window, they're like, you normally put out 110, but you only put out 108 videos. So that's why you went down 40%.
I mean, these numbers all add up.
That's what they're trying. That's what YouTube is trying to tell me. And I'm just like, that's not what's happening. Because if you look at all the metrics, you can see where they've stopped showing it to people and they stopped doing things. And it's just like, nope, you put less videos out, 1 less. And that's why you suck. So.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you though,
I'm on the way. Okay, Becky.
I put out a short today, and not only did people actually like it and subscribe, they actually commented. I couldn't believe it.
Good comments or like the shitty ones?
No, the good ones actually, because I complained about someone's comment in my short. Somebody else that had commented. I did and there was actually kind of a legit short because someone had commented on one of the 48 Cadillac videos that I did. They're like, "Hey, this guy shouldn't own this car. He's Dick. He's not going to restore it." And that's what the guy commented. I'm like, "Wow, thanks for."
Oh, I had one the other day. We put a tire in the pool to find the hole in the tire, and the comment was that I just need to put a new liner in the pool, and that's how you fix the leak in the pool. I'm like, but we weren't finding a leak in the pool. It was the tire. Okay. And another comment was like, that pool is where COVID came from. That was another one that I was just like, oh, yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe.
So the gist of my short was, right? The gist of the short was, I don't understand why this guy's complaining about me owning this car. But, oh, by the way, what color fuzzy dice do you think I should put in it? Red or black? Because obviously you wouldn't put fuzzy dice in a perfectly restored 48 Cadillac. But I got a lot of people actually responding with either red or black. So red seems to be winning. Red fuzzy dice. So.
Yeah, because it's red.
So you gave him a choice on a short, and then you got guys that want to talk shit about not what the video is about, essentially.
Well, no, the comments on this particular short are all very positive. And
okay.
There were people who were like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, man. It's your car. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then they answered whether or not I should put red or black dice on it. So worked out.
Do whatever you want, but you should do this.
Definitely.
So, I asked for advice.
Definitely do what we say.
The name of the short was advice on my 48 Cadillac.
But definitely do what we say.
See, but here's the question: do you think what you titled it as actually drove people to commenting the way they did? Because I go back and forth on whether or not anyone actually reads the freaking titles when they're scrolling through the shorts feed like that.
I think it's definitely a back and forth.
Yeah,
I have people that comment on the title being clickbait or the video being clickbait or the thumbnail, because there's thumbnails on shorts evidently.
Yeah, but your shit is all clickbait and has been for weeks.
Well, yeah. But
okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Obvious, but who you telling here?
So
everyone who watched.
He says, "Well, yeah."
I mean, that's the point, though. It's like,
it is.
Oh, this is so clickbait. Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Now, Stupid Fast Truck's doing it right. He's not even putting out videos and just gets subs. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
There you go. So one of my best comments lately was, dude just likes to trash GM because he can't seem to keep the spark plugs from falling out of his F-150. I don't even own one of those kind of F-150s, but touche.
But what does that have to do with cheat?
It was a GM video, but I guess like me, I was bashing on him, I guess.
You're bashing on them because your Ford is broken? I'm really confused by this comment.
Yeah, I was confused as well. I was I guess he's mad at Fords that spark plugs fall out on.
Well, the spark plugs do. Well, they don't come out. That's the problem with those Fords.
No, they'll shoot them out. That's a thing too.
Oh, is this a different one?
Yeah,
so one of them shoots
both.
Oh, that engine does both, and either shoots them out or they never come out. Oh, I thought it was two different engines. Oh, okay, cool.
No, same one.
I've got a friend that's got he's got an F-150. He's put like 3 or 4 engines in that it only has like 200,000 miles, and he tells me how awesome Fords are and how horrible Chevrolets are. I'm like, okay, all right.
I'm an equal opportunity.
I'm with that. I don't know how.
And then the best comment of the month. Still be the best comment ever. I never would have guessed that you're an Arab.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Demonetized.
Definitely.
It certainly is. Wow, I didn't.
I didn't either. So I don't know. Maybe
have you gone to Ancestry now to find out if it rocked your world? Now you gotta find out. Maybe he knew.
Maybe this guy can see into my soul and heritage.
No videos. All right, Becky. Oh
man.
On each engine or the body, Jim?
Oh, on the body. Yeah. Yeah. So 200K on the body. It's been like 3 or 4 engines. Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. And he loves his truck. Loves it. And that's fine. I'm just like, it's hard. I don't understand how you can rag on Chevrolet when your own truck goes through engines like it was nothing.
Well, I think with anything, you have to defend your investment at a certain point.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. I have the best dog.
Like
Doesn't he tear up stuff and poop all over your house? Nah, but he's my best friend.
But he's
yeah, true.
Oh man.
Good point. Don't you have more General Motors than you have anything else?
There.
It's a hard toss-up at this point. I mean, I
was going to say there's a lot of shit there, so
I'd have to sit down and think
feel
about
like you've got more Fords that actually move under their own power than you have GMs that do that.
Might be right.
I think so. Because you got a lot of GMs that are parts and or just rigs that are parked because they're cool or whatever. And then you got a lot of Fords that you just have because I think they run and somebody was getting rid of them for cheap, so they're just sitting. I think it's
that's usually the condition on Fords is like, wow, that was a really cheap running vehicle. I'm just gonna keep pushing this thing down the road.
Yeah, and then the GMCs you just get when they're clapped out and cheap, which makes you go a running Ford is cheap because they're garbage, and a clapped out GM is worth money because they're GM.
Well, I mean, whatever side of the fence you want to stand on. I mean,
pee over? Oh no, demonetized.
King of Sanity. That's gross. That's wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
What?
Well,
I found a Snickers bar.
Grandma wouldn't be borrowing my car then.
You don't have that.
Grandma now owns that car.
And windshield. Jesus, Becky, how many engines and have you been through in that poor thing?
2006 XB.
Yeah, she's got an XB. It's got a bunch of work done to it.
XBs are cool.
Still moving. Yeah, stupid. Yeah, that 5.4 definitely had. I had a buddy who had the one where we couldn't get the spark plugs out. I had what? I heard you. We're here. I'm looking at you. Be all angry and whatnot over there. What's wrong? You okay?
My screen goes away sometimes. Like,
oh,
I don't know if I'm still moving on your end. But...
You totally are. Yeah. No.
Okay, cool.
I heard you go. I heard you go. It's doing it again, and you threw your arms up. And you just sat back, and I was like, "What's up, bud?"
He's having technical difficulties.
It's all your bad internet affecting my good internet.
Hey, gone. 3 and 3. So 3 engines and 3 windshields. Oof.
Only 3? I've had 10 windshields on my work truck.
Well, yeah, I know how you drive your work truck. Oh, it's in a banner.
What does that have to do with windshields?
Oh, I'm sure there's a story there.
Nice.
5 or 4. Nice. That's the number.
That one that's split in half-ish is my favorite.
Yeah, most of it's still there. Oh, God. Hey, CP, what's up, brother? Yeah, we are early. We started this thing where we go early. Dude's got to get that beauty sleep over there. He really needs it. It's a big thing of his component of his look is the 7 hours of beauty sleep he has to get every night. So we can't keep him up anymore.
He wouldn't look like an Arab if he didn't get that. No,
I mean, I know. I was told yesterday I have luscious locks like a movie star.
I actually get told that a lot.
Yeah. Because, being lazy makes you movie starish.
Apparently. Yeah. If you just have like a ton of hair that just is all there, they're just like, oh my God, that hair.
You must have
I remember when I had tons of hair when I was 16.
16?
That was the last time I had
lots of hair?
Yes. That was the last time I had long hair.
Tell us more about the 60s, Jim.
Oh, I said 16, not the 60s. I can tell you about the 60s.
Wait, you weren't 16 in the 60s?
No, I wasn't even born in the 60s.
I know this just goes off of last week when you're like, how old do you think I am?
Yeah, exactly.
So now I'm just going to keep making it like you're older.
Yeah,
and older.
yeah. I figured that's going to be a thing now, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's totally my thing. Yeah.
Well, back in the 40s, though. Let me tell you about that.
Tell us
about
about
that Cadillac.
Your ripping 40s face. Oh, we are definitely. Oh, it is for hair.
Yeah, they sell stuff for hair. Regrow hair in few as 3 months. Do you notice how worried he is about what he's putting on his hair, though?
Well, do you say that he's worried about what he's putting on his hair, or do they? Okay? You're the director of this commercial or picture, and you're like, all right, now constipated.
Look afraid.
Look afraid. There's a bear coming.
Worry about what hair you have left. Go.
I'm looking at that dude. I'm going, I wish I had that much hair. That's
exactly right. Like he's not even there. Like that's
pretty good
amount of hair.
With his hair.
Man, I hope this makes me keep my hair. I have a full head of.
What the hell?
Someday I'll be bald and I won't be able to use hymns.
Oh.
What are we doing here?
Oh.
If you change to Arabic news with wrenches,
definitely
you would
getting
probably
demonetized.
promote your channel more.
That's what we're doing here.
La.
Wait, no, you can't do no. That is not helping.
That's demonetized now.
That is definitely not helping. Oh my God, we're down to one person watching now. They've run away.
Sand wrenches. Go.
Oh my God. No.
I didn't say anything wrong.
We're just gonna.
You might need to mute him.
We're just gonna. Hey.
We were worried about his channel getting just kicked out from banned for life. There, wasted fabrication. You're done.
Did you just call me wasted fabric?
Yeah,
wasted fabric.
I can always Shell will probably give me a hard time about getting into the knitting game, but I can be wasted fabric.
Wasted fabric.
I
don't even know it.
I don't either.
Is that like you need to lose weight? Maybe there's some hymns for that.
Is there some hymns for that?
We need to just keep throwing that hymns thing up on the screen and get them to sponsor us, and then we don't have to worry about being demonetized.
Yeah,
it is true that if we had
YouTube will be on our side.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now sponsored by him.
What is that?
Let me see here.
We're still sell ecstasy too.
What? You can just buy that?
I guess you can on hymns.
I know in Oregon you can, right, Becky?
I can't even say that on a live. I'm not answering those questions.
What questions? Oh, they're asking you questions on the. Yeah, okay, don't do that. Oh God. Yeah, I do have some questions about how they're doing all of that. And at what point do you start worrying about drugs going through the mail?
I mean, there's probably a lot of illegal drugs that go through the mail, I assume.
Well, obviously, illegal drugs probably a lot. Let's not. But we're talking about companies that are now sending legal drugs through the mail.
Well, I'm assuming that's how all drugs get to a pharmacy.
I would assume they have to do some sort of.
I've never seen an armored truck showing up at a pharmacy.
You stake out.
But do you think that's UPS or are they doing some other transport service?
Tell me, Google.
Oh, and that's how you end up on a watch list.
Yep. Yeah. This guy's about to knock over some armored medicine trucks.
It's not the beard.
It's not the beard. Oh, Google, man. Google. I was talking to my wife and my mother about the state of Google and some of the dirty things that Google is up to.
Oh, they're all up to dirty things.
Well, like I was telling them specifically about how they were mining data on children for the longest time, and then had to pay a bunch of money to some people, so they weren't doing that anymore. That's the whole reason we have to say this isn't for children now, is so that they don't track the data on the stuff that's for kids.
Is that really why?
Well, that's why the button's there. Yeah.
I just thought the algorithm's not good at its job, and just promotes
No, so
child
Google
content
no,
to
so
children.
no, Google actually had to pay. Well, that's the funny point. Google got fined a bunch of money. You can look it up for doing that. And then where does that money go? Because do they give that money to the United States?
No.
And they don't end up paying the whole sum of whatever they said it was. You know what I mean? It's only, I'm sure, pennies. But where does that money go? I have a lot of questions.
I would say if you want to research that, you should probably use Bing instead of Google.
Facts. Yeah, I'll look it up on Google.
You think Bill Gates isn't selling your information?
Oh, he totally is.
He totally is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get us started on the conspiracy theory we think about Bill Gates. This guy over here, straight up tinfoil hat guy.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
He's probably in a Faraday cage as we speak.
Probably. But you'll never
You
know.
can see it behind him.
Oh my god!
It's
So
right
I watched
next
a
to the
guy.
play button.
I watched a guy. Oh yeah, the play button. So I saw this NBC bit about a guy who bought an old Douglas aircraft and parked it some land in Oregon somewhere, and now lives inside of a plane that he's kind of remodeling into a house. And his big thing was, well, airplanes. Did you see that one? He's like, oh yeah, well, it's a natural Faraday cage in here, so everything stays in here. I was like, oh wow, tinfoil hat much. Cool.
Yeah, he was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's an electrical engineer who spends most of his year here, and then the rest of his time is in the Philippines with his girlfriend.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. As they're doing this interview and I'm learning more about this guy, I'm like, oh, he's that guy. Okay. Dudes.
He's on a list just because.
Well, if he's a pretty well-off electrical engineer, he probably is on a list. Yeah.
Yeah, probably so. I was trying to talk. I was trying to talk dudes earlier today into flying to Virginia, buying one of my cars, and driving it home.
He's normally the guy you can talk into that kind of bad decision.
Well, pretty much.
He suggested you should go with him.
He knows better than that.
I didn't. That was that guy.
Yeah, that was my idea.
I do need to get out there at some point.
Yeah, because he has legitimate reasons for coming that direction.
Well, yeah, technically, if I want to go negative on any of my rental properties, I have to physically visit the property and inspect it in that year calendar. Otherwise, I can only run to zero that calendar year if I don't visit the property. But I can write off on taxes. I can write off on the taxes the trip to Maryland to do it. So yeah,
Nice.
there's definitely. I will be coming to Maryland at some point, and I'll be dropping in on the whatever you call your compound over there. Do you have a name for the compound?
No.
Because you got quite the setup going on out there where you're at.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Don't look at
the the short I did earlier today that I was telling you about. You can hear gunfire throughout the whole short.
Oh yeah,
because my neighbors are shooting. Because it's Saturday, it's a nice day, so
yeah,
it's in stereo when I'm in the shop. They're coming from that side.
Both sides.
They're there. This way, yeah.
Like a happy McCoy situation, neighbors, or just shooting at targets.
Well, they're probably shooting at targets, but you never know.
Hopefully. Yeah, because if you got a Hatfield and McCoy thing going on either side, and you're in the middle, that's not good.
That would not be good, yeah. Yeah, it would not be good.
Crossfire.
They were out there.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of people shooting in our neighborhood as well, but that is to be expected out here. I had a dog the other
it's
night.
to be expected.
Yeah, I had a dog the other night. Try to mess around and find out with me. I was walking to the parents' house across the street, and as I cross the road, I see the dog like up the road, and I'm just like, okay. I walk where I'm going, and it comes like behind me and starts barking at me. I'm like, fool, get the hell out of here. It wouldn't come off the road, but it was.
What'd you do? Get about 10 feet off the road? We're like, come at me, bro. Like, come off the road.
I was on on our driveway, and it stayed on the road and just kind of was barking at me. And
the way you're telling this story is you're acting like another dog. Like, you come into my yard, and we'll have a problem.
No, like the dog wouldn't come onto the yard thing. I'm not chasing a dog that's barking at me in the street. Like, is that what you do?
That would become
like a bear.
If the dog barks
back at it.
Is that what you do? You're going to chase the dog down the street? Okay.
It'd run away.
Does me. Oh, it ended up running away, but
I was already afraid.
It wasn't because I chased it.
Well,
Yeah.
Loud noises.
I need to remember to put ear pro in. That's because I totally didn't think about that until after. Wow. Yeah, exactly what happened there.
Now I have tinnitus and a dog is biting me.
No, well, that thing was long gone at that point. It didn't. It messed around and it found out it didn't want to find out anymore. He was not.
I think if he was foaming at the mouth, he probably would have just shot him if he was foaming at the mouth.
Yes, that would have put the. Well, the thing was, it was dark enough too that I couldn't get a great. The only reason I knew it was a dog is because it started barking at me, and I was like, okay, that's a dog. It was a animal of that certain size in the almost dark of night, dusk, I guess. It wasn't until it started barking at me I was like, get out of here, man.
Now, if it started growling, this would be a different scenario. Like if it was more of a cat noise.
Okay, but yes, if it's a cat noise, we're just going to spray in the general direction of that thing. Because a dog, I'm pretty sure, isn't going to take me down. We're going to have, if it really wants to come at me, whatever. The cats I worry about because you wouldn't even see it. That's what I worry about with the cat. The cat is going to be on you before you even know it's there. And then if you're lucky, you might be able to get it off of you. Like the dogs are pretty loud. They make noise.
Good shot.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Exactly. That's kind of the deal with living out here in the middle of nowhere, which I love living out here. I love the animals and the wildlife. But at the end of the day, if you're going to walk back and forth at nighttime, you might find out.
You might want to carry a raccoon carcass.
Why a raccoon carcass?
They seem easy to trap.
Just carry a raccoon around and show it. Just show it to all the other animals. Like,
this is what I did. I did this to him.
So either A, doesn't know what it's about, or B, you just chuck it at him, and
Oh, so it's more of a distraction kind of thing.
Diversion.
Here, eat this.
Don't eat me. Eat my little friend.
Eat my dead raccoon that I carry around.
I feel like. Do you have to swap out for a new one every couple of weeks? Like how I'm just.
At a certain point, you have to ask the question: is the animals coming to attack you, or are they coming for all the extra raccoon carcasses?
Oh Jesus! You know what they say? Never trust a man who keeps a pig farm. I guess we don't trust a man who keeps a bunch of dead raccoons either. Wow.
It's kind of like mongoose snake scenario.
Interesting idea, dude.
Boone did have one on his head, or was that Davy Crockett too? Didn't Davy Crockett?
I think they were all making a point that they killed raccoons.
Yes, they all had raccoon skin hats.
Yeah.
I'm such a good hunter. I killed trash panda raccoons.
Some of those trash pandas.
I told you about that. You're the one who was like, "No, they're not big." Like, no, they're 50 pounds. What are you talking about?
I have never seen a 50-pound trash panda.
You've never seen city trash pandas.
That's true. I have not. Apparently, city trash
that are all like running from mountain lions.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have a population out here that has predators built in. You know what I mean? Wolves and lions and tigers and bears and oh my.
Yeah, I'd be strong and muscly too if I had to run from those things.
I just know Trash Pandas you got to watch because they can open gates and
They can
things
do
like
everything.
That.
Like,
Yeah,
go up and steal all your stuff, wash their hands while they're doing it.
yeah.
No fingerprints.
I had one that decided that it did not like my trail cam and picked it up and turned it around and shoved it against the wall.
You sure that was a raccoon?
I
mean,
saw his little face as he was grabbing it and turning it around.
That they have opposing thumbs.
Hey.
They do. So Trash Pandas, yeah, if you could train a herd of those to steal, you'd be unstoppable. Be like the monkeys in what is that, Bangladesh or wherever it is. Have you seen those? They like attack tourists and shit.
We had that discussion on just like the biting force of monkeys is like the worst.
Oh, that was. Yeah, I remember. It was. What was it? Monkeys or baboons?
Oh, it was monkeys in general. They all have insane bite strength.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that night we talked about.
Like
That's how you know. That's how you know when the show gets off the rails, when we talk about monkey bite strength.
Monkey.
I seem to recall that was like 900 foot-pounds or something like that.
It's a lot.
It was over 1,000. Like bears were at 750 and monkeys were at 1,100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
means
insane.
A monkey could outbite a bear. Like if you put monkey and bear in the same cage, monkey might win.
No, I don't think there's any way.
I mean, if they were armless.
So no claws.
Just armless.
Jesus. What kind of the island of Dr. Monroe freaking fighting are you getting
torso
ready to
monkey
do?
versus bear monkey.
We bred a torso monkey and a bear. And
the bear torso. And now we're going to make them fight each other to death.
You guys have heard about the woolly mammoth, right? The woolly mammoth meatball?
What?
Tell me you've heard about that.
No.
Are you talking about
They genetically just recently grew woolly mammoth meat and made a meatball.
Why?
But they haven't eaten it yet because they're concerned that that it might not work well for humans. They used woolly mammoth DNA and made a meatball. Google it. Look it up.
How do you make a meatball? Like you just grow the meat out of the
I have no idea how they just grew meat.
I know
what we're going to do with this
can
meat. We're going to
grow the meat. They've been talking about doing that for years, but why woolly mammoth meat?
Why a meatball?
Well, because they had some DNA.
Okay, question.
I mean, why would you grow a steak?
DNA.
Well, this is going to be a deal breaker. Did they do the barbecue and grape sauce, for the meatballs? You know what I'm talking about. Like the meatballs and the deal is barbecue and you put grape jelly in there too. That's how they make those. If it's done like that, I'll try
I'm
and
not sure
woolly mammoth ball.
But I'm telling you, Google it. You will see.
I'm growing or cloning like extinct meats. We're making steaks. Like, why are we doing meatballs?
Oh, dudes, I could bet this. You're dating yourself a bit too here, but I could bet how Flying Monkeys and the Wizard of Oz at 6 could be traumatic for a child.
Oh, they were scary.
Seriously,
I was a lot older. Monkeys with bite strength of 1,000. That'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, those Flying Monkeys and the Wizard of Oz were terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, when it came out in 1942, when you were there, it was pretty bad, huh, Jim?
That's right. I was at the world premiere.
The world. I don't think they had world TV at that point, but okay.
I actually deep dove a bit into some of the stuff that went on in the background of the Wizard of Oz. That movie was wild. The shit that went down.
That's why it was so cool.
Well, no, like all the little people for the whole deal was a troupe of traveling like circus performers from Germany, and this was right before the war, and so they did their thing and they were supposed to leave and these guys just disappeared. They're like, we're not going back to Germany. Have you seen what's going on over there? Fuck that place. Oh, there it goes. Yep. I made it all the way to the 44-minute mark, boys.
There is a place.
Awful.
There is a place in Fairfax. There's a place in Fairfax where you can go and you can go find it in the woods. There are a bunch of little houses, and the story behind them is they were the land and the houses were built by Ringling Brothers, and all of their little people live there.
Really?
That seems dark.
It's an
It's
urban
probably
legend,
not-
but I've seen the houses. They exist.
Yeah.
I will say this: I installed TV entertainment equipment in lots of homes, and one of the weirdest homes I was ever in was a group of Hispanic drywallers, and they were all of about 5'3" to 5'5", about the tallest one. And I don't know why, but they dropped all the ceilings in their house, so they claimed it was easier to heat that way. So when you
Maybe
walked
she's
into the
in-
house, you had to duck,
Wrong.
and a regular frame door, there was this much like just ceiling in the door, and I was like, "This is weird."
That is weird.
Well, maybe they were practicing their
I was
ceiling
gonna say,
drywall.
yeah, they definitely got some training on that.
Yeah.
Really? I did know this. So they poisoned the original Tin Man. I didn't know that. I just didn't know it was the same actor that played Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hillbillies.
The
Yeah,
original
they used silver paste actually, or something like that, to paint him silver, and poisoned him. The Wicked Witch was burnt, and then you know that scene where they fall asleep in the snow? That is 100% asbestos falling from the sky. They laid them all in a bed of straight up asbestos and then dropped asbestos
time.
on them. You're right. At the time, they didn't know. But yeah, no, that was there. What else? A lot of the little people were harassing Judy Garland or whatever. But like, she's only like 16 or something like that when they're making this movie, and they were feeding her 25 cigarettes a day to keep her from eating, so she didn't get fat.
So she was eating the
Wow.
cigarettes?
No, she had to smoke because cigarette smoking was to keep you, you did that instead of eating. So when she was hungry, they would just give 16-year-old fucking cigarettes. Here, puff down another Lucky Strike here, bud. You'll be fine. You don't need a sandwich. Now get in there with the Tin Man.
They're probably unfiltered, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, Lucky Strikes are all unfiltered.
Yeah.
Huh. The wicked mesothelioma of the West.
I mean, seems
Check our lives Discord.
okay.
I just sent you a link for the houses I was talking about. You'll see they're real.
I mean, I didn't.
I wasn't thinking that they weren't real, but Mitch. Oh, wow.
It refers to a real or legendary community of little people.
Oh, you're gonna have to read this.
I mean, this is. I don't even know how this is appropriately written out that way.
Oh yeah. How do you read that without being canceled?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? All right, insert word. Insert word, Bill, refers to a real or legendary community of insert word people with form of dwarfism who are normally proportionate or collections of small insert word sized people houses, real or legendary. They are times given fancifully qualities. See little people mythology. Some real ones may play on mythology for tourism purposes, hence some descriptions are meant to imply anything concerning ordinary or real people with dwarfism.
So they
may read the Fairfax County, the Fairfax County, Virginia
entry. You're in Virginia.
Yeah,
in Vienna, Virginia, visible from the WNOD Trail was a collection of 6 small cottages that were torn down in 2008. In 1882, the site was a small summertime resort that people visited when they wanted to escape the stressful lifestyle of Washington, D.C. In 1892, the area was purchased by Alexander Whidbey. In 1901, the hotel burned to the ground, but a normal-sized 2-story building was built around the same time at the corner of the property. In 1930, one of Alexander Whidbey's sons, George, built 6 small Spanish-style cottages. A courtyard in the middle of the property was sometimes used as fairgrounds or a farmer's market. The Wedburns briefly established the Wedburn Music School on the site. Cottages were rented out, but the place eventually became overgrown with ivy and trees. In 2002, the family signed a deal with contractors to tear the place down and develop the property. So it was a small village and then not?
It's gone now.
Stupid Fast is not impressed with the
There's a lot of information there.
yeah.
And none of it's
was-
very funny.
I was gonna say it was not the
It was dry.
Yeah, Wikipedia is like that
can't-
sometimes.
you can't feed it like that dry. It's gotta be
Yeah.
lubricated.
It was dry like grandma after the bathtub.
That made sense. Oh man. Yep.
All right.
There it is.
Moving on. Oh, he's talking. Doesn't even realize I got rid of him.
Horrified.
Oh,
We had to put dudes in timeout.
Timeout time.
Let's see. Are we still monetized?
I don't think so.
Oh, we still are. I don't know if it checks it until after we're done.
What
Oh,
was I calling my thing earlier?
which thing?
My
what
segment.
Oh, I don't remember what. See, this is why we need to write things down. Oh, look at everybody coming in. Big Blog, what's up, boy? How
So,
you doing?
Now, on things
Matt, how
we're
are
going
you?
to speak about undemonetized questions. Questions. I don't know. It's a better segment title for that, but here's a question. Think on it real hard.
Okay.
What if one day Google was deleted and we can't Google what happened to Google?
Bing.
Big.
Okay, so are you saying in this instance all of tech has gone down and now we're just all
Google is
screwed?
gone.
Just Google is gone.
You have to use
Well,
like
you
Google
can
is
use Yahoo
web
or
crawler.
AOL or anything else. I mean, there's still a million
Yeah,
web.
doesn't Yahoo use the Google search engine?
Who knows?
Question
Pretty sure it
2.
does.
I was told there'd be no math. There may be some meth, but there'll be no math.
Hey. I mean,
Math.
The
You're
answers
not
don't
in
need to be
a
correct.
Walmart.
So don't worry.
What color is a mirror?
What color is a mirror? There's
Wait.
silver.
So I feel like for this segment, we need to come up with a better name because the name sucks. But I
Yeah.
like this where you just come up with some random shit. You say it into the mic, all nice and ASMR like, and then the chat and us just come up with. I like this. This could just get a better name.
Get a better name.
So a mirror. Oh, that's a really good. What color is a mirror? It's
Silver.
gonna go. It's gotta be silver. Yeah, silver. Yeah.
I mean, mirrors used to be silver.
Still technically are.
That's actually how they used to make mirrors.
Well, yeah. Or was it silver or tin?
Glass, mirror,
Polish them.
silver on the back.
Yep.
it's
I mean, I
dumb.
probably have some. I have some mirrors from my childhood in the 1800s that I can.
Some child.
bring
Are
out
they?
and show you.
Are they gold? They have gold running through them, and a white powder that's kind of just on top of those mirrors that have just been there for forever. Is those kind of mirrors?
It's mirrored color.
I
See,
mean,
I
you could
like
use
what
it for that.
113's doing there. Like an orange is orange colored.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
mirrored colored. I mean, that's how they figured out those words, right? I mean,
Is this kind of like how a flavor is now a color? Like, Hawaiian Punch is flavor, the red flavor.
huh?
Like,
I don't know.
because you get a can of purple. Have you seen those? Like grape.
That's.
Well, I mean, you ever
I've
drink
heard
Big
that-
Red? That's a soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be a gum first, but
It was a gum. I remember Big Red.
that was probably too long ago for you guys.
I actually watched a thing on the Gum Wars not too long ago.
The
It's
Gum
Gum
Wars.
Oh,
That
that's-
sounds like an old person thing. I don't want to hear about.
Yeah, okay, we'll save that for our old timey time segment.
Did
The
Bubblicious
Gum
win?
Wars.
Oh no, it was a total thing, man. With yeah, purple koosh.
You guys probably don't remember Big League Chew.
I haven't
then
had
either,
any of
did
that
you?
lately.
Big League Chew, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember Big League Chew. Yeah,
How young do you think I am?
I was gonna say, let's take chewing tobacco and turn it into gum, and then market it at
like
children.
candy cigarettes. It's fine.
Yeah,
Oh, I love candied cigarettes. Those were great.
Yeah,
there's nothing better.
Every time I
than
tried
coming
to
home
light one, it
from a
wasn't very
long
good.
day at frickin' the playground, and I need me my candy cigarette to relax.
That's right.
And I kept stealing lighters and lighting them.
Fruit
They never
Stripe.
tasted better that way.
The Fruit Stripe gum was the worst. You got
Zebras.
2 bites of that gum, two chews,
Oh,
and then all the
that
flavor
was
was gone.
nasty,
Yep.
Yeah, it was just gone.
You just put the whole pack in your mouth. Like, that's good.
But even then, no, if you put the whole pack in there at one time, you still only got 2 individual bites, and all the flavor was gone. You just had to keep adding another slice every second or third bite. Keep going.
Yeah, it was a great concept, but did not work out.
No.
Oh, great for the Bubba. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Oh yeah. I just loved the dip pouches that the gum would come. You just rip it. Oh God. Whoever came up with that idea to market that gum that way is a madman and a genius all at the same time. Because you could never get away with that now. You know what I mean? Old Double Mint. Now, a lot of these gums are all owned by the same company. Obviously, marketing, branding, and all of that going. Wrigley's was the gum magnet for the longest time, and they owned a bunch of these. But actually, there was a couple of niche gums. I think I watched a video where it had like the biggest selling one where it was a graph and it shows the graphs throughout the time or something like that. I don't know. I saw something.
A time graph.
A graph over time, yes.
Of gum.
Of gum producers, yes.
Hmm.
The biggest producers in the world, and then who bought who, and it's all a monopoly now. It's like one company that owns all gum.
Well, yeah.
That's how most things are.
Your boss owns it all now, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, he owns everything. Real conglomerate, if you will. What else do we have for old-timey time? What are some old things that you remember from the 40s, Jim, that we don't have anymore?
Horses.
Really?
Buggies. They still have horse and buggies there out by Jim. I've seen them. They're called Amish.
Ammonites. Ammonites?
Oh, Mennonites?
Mennonites?
Let me see if I got some old timey stuff kicking around here.
Some old timey stuff. Like, I feel like if we ever do, I want to do merch for old timey time just so I can have this ridiculous T-shirt that says that. It's like a broken ass TV.
Old timey time.
Yeah, welcome to old timey time.
Welcome to old timey time.
I just want a shirt that says old timey time on it so somebody can read it and be like, what in the Down syndrome is wrong with this dude?
Whoa.
All right, here's my old timey time for today. It's an old SO can.
That's
Yeah, this makes a great trash can. It's 5 gallons. Has a little handle.
That squeaky handle.
Wheels.
Squeaky handle, yeah. What you need to do is put
some oil.
Got some oil on that oil can.
No, you take your used rags and throw them in there.
Yeah, next to the fire.
Next to the fire, yeah.
Yeah.
You got wood handle.
We'll burn your hand
go
on
get
fire.
Greasy rags to throw on there. Yeah, I don't know what else I got for old timey time today.
Yeah,
Bazooka. I was never really a big fan of the Bazooka gum, realistically. But that whole that was a thing they talked about in that documentary I saw. Well, the comics was actually what did so big for that gum. That gum was garbage, but the comics was the new marketing ad.
Didn't gum come in baseball cards too?
I think that was part of the Big League Chew thing.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of marketing deals. It's amazing how big of an industry gum actually was.
Still is.
It's not. It's a shell of what it used to be. After watching that documentary, yeah.
I mean, sure.
All
right.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of. I know I don't step on gum that much anymore. I used to step on gum a lot.
That is a true statement.
Yep. I don't ever find gum anywhere anymore. Like it used to be everywhere, literally.
Well, think about it. How many people do you know that actually still chew gum that you actually know on a regular basis?
You know, I did regularly for the longest time. I got big into like whitening gums when I was younger.
Really?
And I would chew whitening gums, but I haven't in a long time.
I've never been into whitening gums. I've like if somebody has a piece of gum and they offer me a piece, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say yeah. But it's not. I don't have anything against gum, but I don't like.
Do you think the commercialization and the over cost of dental care got rid of gum?
No, because we went. I mean, some of the most popular gum towards that section of times, like the 80s and 90s, was dental care gum. That was what revolutionized the market.
Well, do you think though that gum did that just to stay relevant because dental care was pushing it out of the industry?
Oh, 100%. It's all gimmicks, and that's what I think. From watching that thing on the gum industry or whatever the hell that documentary was, 90% of it is a gimmick. It's all gum is. It's a pastime. Chew it, freaking whatever.
Yeah, it's got zero nutrition.
I think it was Mentos that killed it.
You think Mentos killed gum?
Like, any kind of, because I mean, it's all fresh breath bull crap, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so like icebreaker. Yep. Well, yeah.
Or Listerine strips
and a bunch of other things. Well, that's the thing. Are people chewing the gum for the fresh breath, or I mean, there's a lot of people with the oral fixation thing or whatever that chew gum. Oh, some people swallow their gum now.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
That can't be good
because it never.
Listen, if corn goes in as the same,
I don't eat corn either,
and comes out the same kernel, there's no way that gum can't make it through.
And I don't eat corn.
When I was a kid, they would tell you they would take 50 years to digest gum, so don't swallow it.
Yes, but when we were kids, there was a lot of crap they told us that was not true.
True, but that's but all of the kids now know that wasn't true. We were stupid and couldn't Google it. So,
yeah,
facts.
I was eating gum just to prove a point.
It takes 7 years, stupid fast.
I'm strong.
There you go, 7 years.
So, I guess my question is: it takes 7 years for a chewed up thing of gum to digest through your system, but corn goes straight through. We're not going to touch it, straight through.
Well, here's the thing you got to understand about that, though. You eat a whole pile of corn. It doesn't come out as a whole pot. There's something going somewhere there.
I mean,
have you checked?
I feel like,
are you counting the kernels?
I feel like if somebody went through and counted the kernels, we might have more than we think. I feel like any kernels making it through whole and untouched is beyond what should be.
I just think you're not a good chewer.
Oh well.
I literally inhaled my food.
The wrapper on 5 gum is chewable? What?
That sounds awful.
Really?
Maybe. 5 gum had some weird, like they were doing some things to
If the wrapper is chewable, is any of it clean? Like at that point?
Oh yeah, stupid fast. Here's another good one. Wait a half an hour before swimming. Is there any real logic in that, or is it just some wives' tale shit?
I mean, people drank with every meal, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Maybe.
Wait a half hour because you're just hammered.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense. Way more sense.
I mean, you gotta go way back, but
well, yeah, but I mean, you're drinking wine and mead with lunch, so yeah, I could see how. Oh man, I do miss there for sure. I was gonna say I do miss the Mythbusters. I liked that show for.
Half of them are dead.
No, just the one.
Oh
well, the problem with
second series.
What is the second series?
Yeah, the second series of Mythbusters with the blonde gal. She passed away too.
Oh, she was a fill-in. She was never there. She filled in when Carrie was pregnant. That's the only time she was there for. So yes, she's the fastest woman alive. She was the fastest woman alive for a little bit.
Holds the record for being the fastest woman alive.
Yes, it was here in Oregon too. Yeah. And then Grant had like an aneurysm or something. It was like just random out of nowhere. Just boom, gone.
It's been all clicky.
Please let me.
What's that say?
No, we don't know anything about the human body.
I don't think we ever
Please
Claim
make
to.
no medical claims here because you are all pretty smart and yet you don't know
I-
human bodies very well.
I don't know that I would.
I
Agree
mean,
with most
I've
of that.
never opened myself up to see what's in there, but
I don't know. I've rooted around in some holes that I've cut in myself to see what's going on there a couple of times.
yeah, never get very far though. I mean,
Do some exploratory surgery on yourself.
yeah. Listen. Sometimes there's some splinters that just got to be filleted out of there. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. I don't know that I agree with the pretty smart part.
Stupid fast Chuck. I am pretty sure that he had to have drank some Coke with those Pop Rocks in order to have died from that.
But did he actually die? Died from eating Pop Rocks? You're talking about, what was his name? Timmy. Was it? He likes it. Timmy. Is it Timmy likes it? What was from the Life cereal commercial? What's the kid's name? Jimmy?
No,
Damn it.
Timmy.
I don't remember.
Life cereal.
She's over here yelling at the TV.
Kid.
Julie.
John. Little Mikey.
Mikey, that's what it was.
Yeah, Mikey likes it.
Quaker Oats breakfast cereal. The ad was created by director Bob Gagg.
Seriously? Sublime says he got for medical misinformation on a live stream.
What?
Wow.
We're getting demonetized for weird stuff now. Yes.
Listen, we've been demonetized for some things that we probably did, but now we're getting demonetized for things we don't even know what we're doing.
Oh, here we go. Here's the whole story
Here's
about it.
Mikey. About what? Which one?
In the 1970s, it was one of the most frequently aired advertisements on TV. The Life cereal Mikey Likes It TV commercial. The spot starred a very cute youngster with a round face and freckles named Mikey, who is a picky eater. The commercial spawned the catchphrase, Mikey Likes It. Ran for 13 years. Holy moly. That kid was
they
an
ran
adult.
that spot for a while, yeah.
Remember
Talking
Mikey, the kid on the Life commercial? He ate Pop Rocks and drank Coke, and his stomach exploded. Pop Rocks and Coke will kill you.
Did that actually happen?
Caveat. The story had the allure of art, imagination, and the whoever wrote this likes big words. A young boy who is known for his reluctancy to try new healthy foods meets a grisly end because his foolish mixed two volatile junk foods. Mikey was played by an actor named John Gilchrist. I don't know how to pronounce that. And whether he survived the 70s after shooting to fame in the Life cereal, Mikey Likes It commercial was a hot topic of debate. So it was fake. It was essentially...
Because I'm pretty sure you can't die from Pop Rocks and soda.
Pretty sure you can't.
Oh, Mikey's TV brothers were actually his brothers. Weird.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Fun factoid.
Wow.
So did after the first commercial, those guys got dropped and it was just Mikey by himself for the longest time? I don't know. Or was it, did they just play the same
just
spot
ran the
over again?
same commercial.
Oh.
For 13 years.
Hey.
That's why we all remember it, because it never went away.
That would make sense.
Every time they probably ran a different commercial for a little while, and they're like, this one isn't working. Go back to the Mikey one. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
They won't remember.
Well, you remember we paid for Mikey. Mikey works good. Just send it.
Yeah, that's probably it. They probably paid them all in one lump sum, and they didn't have to pay them again. That was probably the deal.
Toby says it'll just take some time.
Yeah, I mean,
that's possible, right? 15 years? That seems plausible.
It actually, well, in California,
it's kind of like gum doesn't digest for 7 years. Pop Rocks and Coke sit around
15 years.
And this guy did not age well.
Well,
Jimmy kind of looks like young you.
You're gonna have to be more specific. Me or Jim?
That Jim.
Oh, you said
1 second.
Young you.
Oh, young Jim.
I thought you said young you.
1 second. Give me a second here.
Let's see this.
We're gonna share.
Oh,
present. Share screen. You'll like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my eyes don't work. They don't really work. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Come on, Jim. Is that not a young you?
Looks nothing like me.
Wait, did we just find the real Mikey? Does it add up with Jim?
Oh, wait a second. Sorry, I gotta do this. Here we go.
Yes.
He likes it.
He likes it.
Just saying.
Hey, look, another Hoops commercial. Oh, he went
There's
away.
way too many ads
It's
going
called-
on there.
It's called diabetes.
There
Diabetes.
you go.
Do you have diabetes? Chew gum.
What was we talked about him on a
Dude,
different
diabetes.
live? The guy who did the diabetes and freaking reverse mortgage commercials
Oh yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
Wilfred. Yeah. Anytime anyone says
Yeah.
anything about diabetes, I just see him. That's the thing that comes to my head.
You know, Wilfred Brimley was like 47 when he did Cocoon.
Really?
Don't know what Cocoon is.
You've never seen
The
Cocoon
movie
1, 2,
24.
or 3?
Nope.
Wow. You're gonna need to give it's like I'll give a quick synopsis. A Florida retired community finds aliens in the water essentially, and it makes them young again somehow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have seen that movie.
There he is.
Actually.
There he is.
Yeah. They're all aliens. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the only time the aliens are good guys for whatever reason.
So I did like Life cereal. I still do. I don't really eat cereal anymore, but I mean, I like.
I actually ate Life cereal this morning. Cinnamon.
There you go.
I did not have cereal this morning.
Cinnamon in it.
No, it's cinnamon Life cereal.
Our cereal's sketchy. Give it to Mikey. Let's see if he'll eat it.
That's about right. Does this taste like cardboard? I don't know. Make Mikey eat it. He's a jerk.
Hey, wait a second. Like,
Wait a minute.
I see how you are.
Jim, I wouldn't stand for that.
Well, I'm sitting, so it's all right.
You want another question of the day?
Oh, how many of these do you have?
Oh, a million.
Oh, the cinnamon life was definitely good, Julie.
Better. Yeah. And if you poured enough of it, if you didn't change your milk and you just put more cereal in, and then you drink the milk and it becomes sugar cinnamon milk.
Yeah, because they put like big chunks of cinnamon of sugar. It's like rock salt size sugar on Life. Like if you ever break one of those things open, they're just stuffed full of freaking sugar. It's great.
Just chopping up sugar cane right into the cereal.
Just mainlining that crap in there, bud. Yeah, there was a cinnamon. I think there was even a chocolate. Nah, maybe they didn't do chocolate. I thought they did a chocolate one.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch chocolate flavor?
Listen, Cinnamon Toast Crunch does like a little what's the no, it's not chorizo. What are those called? Damn it. They've got another version essentially of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but instead of the flat squares, it's the little like star pieces that look like they're extruded. What do you know the name of it, dudes? You're muted. Can't hear you at all.
Hello.
Nope. There he is.
I love how he looks at the mic like, oh, hello there. Let me.
I don't know what. I didn't even touch the top of it. I don't know what was going on. Maybe like it stroked my beard slightly. Like I don't know.
Chorizo cereal, not chorizo. What's the cinnamon sugar desserts that? God dang it, I can't.
Cinnamon sugar desserts.
Yeah, you get it. It would be at like a Mexican restaurant or something like that.
I feel like this was getting closer to something racist, but
no.
That's a churro.
Churro, that's what it is. So cinnamon toast
yeah.
crunch churro cereal.
Oh,
and it's
all you had to do is say Mexican dessert. I would have told you churro like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Julie got it too. Listen, I was working my way there. What do you want from me?
You want some deep fat fried bread with cinnamon and sugar on it? Come have a churro.
Sugared shrimp. That would be a problem for me with my allergy to seafood. All right.
Seafood.
Hoodie off. It's hot in here.
It's hot. I gotta take my shirt off. You don't want to see that.
Yeah, I know you don't want to see that.
All right.
That's why I turned the camera
Did
off.
you know that 100 years ago, everyone owned a horse and only the rich had cars? And today, everyone has cars and only the rich own horses.
How much How much time of what day did you spend coming up with these questions for this?
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
This is a segue into EV cars.
Oh, is that what we're going with? Okay,
I
okay.
mean, at some point,
Whoa,
only the
yeah.
rich will own the gas cars.
I know. You eat food despite not knowing it very well. Listen, this is like kind of like if I could only say the words I could spell, I'd never be able to talk. I mean, I know it tastes good. I don't even know what it is.
Said the words I could spell.
Yes. You can only talk in words you can actually spell. I run into this problem when I text people because I have a large vocabulary, but
I can't
not
spell.
very good
That's me.
spelling ability.
I know what words pronunciate. I know how to say them. I know what they mean. Do not ask me to spell anything.
No.
Yeah, you know, one of the worst things in the world is when you can't spell it good enough for spell check to figure out what you're saying. That's
my spell check hates me.
What kills me is when I spell the wrong word right. It looks about like the word I'm trying to do, and it's not spelled wrong because it's a different freaking word, and I have no idea.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like you look at the English language. It's what's the big one? How do you spell broom?
BROM.
Yep. How do you spell tomb?
There's a B in there.
T-O-M-B, yeah.
T-O-M-B. Broom and tomb.
There was somebody did a TikTok or something like that saying this thing, like it was where he flipped over it might have been old Gallagher. Yeah, that's where I just saw that.
Will we ever hear the most perfect crime?
Oh, well, no, Julie, we all know he has a dude for that. That's why I was really wondering if he did it or if he just outsourced this.
I outsource everything. I mean, really, it's outside my sources.
I watched the Fab Rat guys. We've talked about them a couple of times. They have now completely outsourced their editing.
Oh yeah, everything.
Well, they just the last episode I just watched that. She's like, "Hey, so we already got an editor doing 2 videos a week, and I'm doing the other 1 or 2 that goes on top. I want another editor, so send us your information." She's getting out of the business completely.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? A lot of people.
I wonder why. I thought her videos were edited pretty well.
Oh, she's doing a great job. The problem is she's spending all of her time doing it.
Yeah, it's full time.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. No, they're killing it. And she does a very good job of editing and whatnot on that channel. But you'll notice as they've been getting up to 3 and 4 videos a week that you don't see her in any of the videos anymore because she's basically constantly doing stuff.
About the darkest.
Yeah, that whole crew is pretty cool. The Matt's Off Road, and then Fab Rats, and then the other channel, whoever that guy is, has the body shop.
Oh, Leighton.
Yeah.
If they weren't, they are so far away. It's like they're at the bottom of Utah down there.
The bottom of Utah.
Yeah, like Utah's not very far away from me. Like I could be in Utah in a couple of hours, but they're at the other side of Utah, so I have to go all the way across Utah to get to them. And Utah is not a small state.
Yeah, like saying I can be in Nebraska in 5 minutes, but not the other side of Nebraska.
Yeah,
that's Colorado, and that's 8 hours away.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's another weird thing that a lot of people don't realize coming from like the East Coast, where you can be in 5 hours, you could be anywhere. But if you're in the middle, you can go a long way. Down here, you can spend 5 hours and still be in the same state.
I mean, Iowa's not big, but if you go from one end of Iowa to the other, it's 6 hours.
I don't outsource everything. So there's some things, it's just best to do yourself.
I mean,
just hired someone on
ChatGPT just hired someone on TackRabbit to solve a slavery era begin. What? So, Elon Musk actually just announced that he wants everyone to stop actually perfecting the old AIs right now until they come up with an actual rule to govern them by, because he thinks it's the end of humanity if we keep letting them learn.
He has been talking
That-
about that for years. He's
I was
actually
gonna say, that's
shelved
not new.
AI companies.
Yeah, that's not new. They had a
Well, here's
I think it was
my
IBM who
theory
had-
on that. Is I think he's been running AI to answer a lot of questions he's been building technology off of for a while, and he's realizing, ooh, this stuff's getting a little too smart.
I don't know, man. With
I think it was
like Ted was
IBM.
saying, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You know, the thing with
IBM
ChatGPT though, you can't ask it anything mean. Like you tell it, you give it anything, it's like, oh, we can't hurt people's feelings. Inclusive, diversity, inclusion.
Yet.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, IBM had some AI they were doing for programming, and they shut it off when the AI developed its own language to talk to itself with.
Yeah, that they
And
couldn't
tell what the AI
understand
was saying.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coding on its own.
They're like, okay, we need to just pull the plug on this and kill that.
He's
But
dead now.
that was years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it's hard to say because there's about 1 million movies and novels and stories made on this premise. Is it our
So
computers?
that goes back to the idea when you mentioned that specific thing. It's similar to Breaking Bad. There was no such thing as blue methamphetamine until Breaking Bad, and there's been a lot of things that have only been invented due to the fact that we talked about them in a story. So are we
spoke them
creating?
into existence? Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
creating these
Yep.
things.
Well, we always said that you had to watch out when you'd say something stupid at work. Like would they be like cleaning details and be like, "Oh yeah, that's really great. We should just go sweep the parking lot." And then the next thing you know, you're sweeping the parking lot because somebody heard you.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's definitely.
It's a big
It's
question.
it's two-sided, man. Because I bring this up and I've said it a bunch of times. It's like the calculator I keep in my pocket that they told us when we were kids. You had to learn math because it's not like you're going to walk around with a calculator in your pocket. But
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
yeah, no, I totally do. It is in fact, Mrs. Strode, it is in my pocket right now. Thank you.
Yes. And now, you'll have to learn how to write proper paragraphs and sentences. No, I won't.
Nope.
I can just tell ChatGPT to write me a
Well,
paragraph
not
about
even that.
this subject.
You can do that in normal text writing or Word and anything, and that'll fix it for the most part. ChatGPT is even freaking further than that. But just text message, like we were talking about, where I don't know how to spell most of the times. When I'm trying to figure that out, freaking the text box is where I.
Oh, see, I don't even type it in anymore when I'm trying to do it because I don't want the spell check to be wrong. I just turn on my voice to talk and then I just say it and then it types it out for me.
I should have known you were a big fan of dictation.
Yes, it spells very well.
I just
demonetized. I wonder if we're going to start just being demonetized because we say the word so many times.
Yeah, maybe it's like they're leaning in too hard.
Well, that's the other thing. Technically, the algorithm, or not the algorithm, the AI is what's flagging these. It's not a human.
Yeah, that's called the algorithm.
Well, isn't that just a form of AI?
Correct.
Okay. Just wondering if we were on the same page.
It's one and
here.
the same. What is that noise?
Oh, he's typing.
I'm doing a little bit of AI work over here.
Oh yeah.
He's working some AI as we speak. Oh no.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Oh. What do we got?
I'm putting it into the Discord. You guys
Holy
can look
crap.
just to see what the
it's wrong.
AI
all
on
wrong.
Canva thinks about dudes with wrenches.
They don't know nothing.
No, it's all
about
wrong.
me.
Yeah.
Doesn't have enough data.
Oh wow, this actually does pretty much sum me up here.
Would you like
Dude,
to be read?
Yeah, read mine, dudes.
Enhance.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, this is good.
Can't zoom in. All right. Wasted talent fabrications refers to the false narratives that arise when individuals with exceptional abilities fail to achieve their full potential. It is a common phenomenon that happens due to several reasons, such as a lack of motivation, lack of resources, and lack of direction. Often, society is quick to label individuals as lazy or unmotivated, when they fail to meet expectations. However, the reality is that these individuals may be struggling with their own internal battles that are preventing them from reaching their full potential. It is important to understand that everyone has their own unique journey, and it is not fair to judge individuals based on societal norms.
Oh, they killed him.
Providing support, guidance, and resources to help individuals unlock their talents and achieve their goals.
See, here's the deal. If I am little Timmy's teacher and he's been writing stories that
I hate that.
sound like kid stuff, and then that gets turned in, you're like, the crap just happened here, bud.
Yeah. So here's a phrase I've always hated, and people can argue with me all they want. When somebody says they're not living up to their full potential, all I can think of is, yes, they are. Their full potential is exactly what they're doing. If they were doing something else, that would be their potential. To say it otherwise is just semantics.
I agree.
Did you get Chat GP to write this fluff piece about you, Midnight, or did you do this yourself? Jesus.
I did not write that, I swear.
Read this one, the one he just put in there. This is straight up just a fluffer.
Midnight Road Garage is a popular auto repair shop located on the outskirts of town. The garage is well known for its skilled mechanics and top quality services. The staff is friendly and knowledgeable, always going above and beyond to ensure customers' satisfaction. Whether you need a routine maintenance or major repairs, Midnight Road Garage is the go-to spot for all your automotive needs. The shop is open late into the night, making it convenient for those who work long hours or have busy schedules. Overall, Midnight Road Garage is a trusted and reliable destination for car owners in any area. It's also a gentleman's club out back with a full-service bar.
He's frozen right now and gone. That's the best part. Yo, that was literally like, that was essentially a review. So if they're doing that for that, you could totally use this to do reviews on your business and shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, Spreadsheet probably does it on all my sales. He gone.
Yeah, low 2 a.m. That is an infomercial dialogue right there. I guess old Elon shut him down.
Yeah, he knew he was stealing internet from the robots.
No, the problem is it's that time of the day where he doesn't get the good internet.
Did you know Mars is 100% occupied by robots?
Oh, hey, so they want you to read yours.
I don't know. I didn't read mine.
I know you did.
I look over to the left and I see ethnic, and I just...
Ethics?
Ethics. All right. I can't. All right, 1 second.
Just gotta get in the... What are you looking for? What are you doing?
I don't have my...
Oh, your spectacles? Your high-speed sperm shields?
Whoa.
Hey, talk to Julie. That's a doctor term right there.
It's a doctor term. All right, here we go. Dudes with wrenches are often associated with fixing things, whether it's a car or a bike or a household appliance. They have a certain expertise and skill set that allows them to tackle mechanical or technical problems with ease. These individuals often have a strong work ethic and take pride in their ability to solve complex issues. Dudes with wrenches can be found in various industries, from automotive repair shops to manufacturing plants, and are essential to keeping things running smooth. So I sound like a robot.
No, this sounds just like the cult you were trying to start. You know, there is no dude with wrenches. It's all dudes with wrenches.
It's all dudes with wrenches. It's plural.
Yeah.
But this reality is, if I create a working bot, I'm going to call it Dudes with Wrenches.
That's going to be your bot? What happens when you have more? They're just all dudes?
They're all dudes with wrenches.
What if your bot doesn't, in fact, have a wrench?
One hand will be manufactured as a wrench. He will always have a wrench at all times.
There will always be a wrench on it. Okay. I like this set.
Where are you getting these? All right. Boop.
We'll make one. Coming right up.
Do.
Normally we have Jim for this, but
Write me a paragraph about Stupid Fast Truck, the channel. Boop.
what's up, Smoking Wrench? How's it going? Welcome back in.
It's not gonna like the fact that it put stupid in there. It's gonna be like, that's mean.
Oh, is it? See, I've never used it, so I don't know anything about this.
Oh wow, this is a big paragraph. All right, here you go. Stupid Fast Truck is an exhilarating television show that showcases some of the most high performance and monstrous trucks on the market. Each episode dives into the world of souped up pickups and the daring drivers who aim to break speed records and push their machines to the limit. The show captures the thrill of rides as these drivers customize their trucks with the latest cutting edge technology and race down drag strips as unfathomable speeds. Whether it's a modified Ford F-150 or a Chevy Silverado, these trucks pack a serious punch and showcase the sheer joy and adrenaline rush of a high-speed racing. Stupid Fast Truck is a must-see for any car enthusiast for a thrill-seeking look for an unforgettable ride.
See, the fact that it will just make up straight up bullshit because there is no that's. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it would make things up just out of nowhere. But I think that's going to be a problem when you start telling it to write your paper on, 7th century Prague.
Yeah, the concept of where it derives the information becomes very derivative.
Yeah, because it's just making shit up, and if it goes to show that it says it in an eloquent way, and looks well done, they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, that's totally, yeah.
Smoke Wrench Garage.
Yeah, he was in last week.
Yeah.
Are we still monetized?
I don't know if we're monetized.
We still are. Yep.
Tell me how to stay monetized.
Oh, on YouTube or just
generally in the world of the internet?
Well, or is it? Okay, let's see what it says.
See what it says. The computer knows. We are being watched by the computer. The computer will have the answers.
It's
oh, there's so many answers.
Us.
Oh, here we go. To stay monetized on a platform like YouTube, you need to follow their guidelines and policies. Here are some of the tips for staying monetized. Avoid copyright strikes, ensure the content, blah, blah, blah. Steer clear of inappropriate content. Don't post any content with sexual, explicit, violent, blah, blah, blah. Consistency is key. Make sure to upload content on a regular basis so that algorithm can recognize your channel. Engage with your audience. Interacting with your viewers and creating content that is tailored to their interests can help boost engagement.
I don't know about your interests.
Following these tips, you can better increase your chances of staying monetized on your chosen platform.
So how does PT or whatever know that? Or did it just make all of that crap up?
It just searched and found it and probably found 80 people that have created dialogue for the internet telling you those exact things. So it went, hey, I've seen those exact things 100 times. I'm going to let this person know those things.
Okay, so then, so it's using information on the internet to write this?
Correct.
So is there a TV show called Stupid Fast Truck?
Probably not, but it's probably associating it with something similar.
Well, that's my question, because if it's pulling from the internet, it could be a real thing. That could have been something.
Their show.
Are you asking ChatGPT this, or are you asking Google? Okay.
Google doesn't know anything.
All I heard was Jim say, oh, hey, look at this guy. Hey, what's up, bud? You're never late. Party didn't start till you got here.
Oh, hey, there you go. Mine does not have free ads.
So did we find out if Stupid Fast Truck was a TV show or no?
I'm sorry. It appears there's no show currently airing with the title Stupid Fast Truck. However, there are many different shows about trucks and racing showcasing high performance and modified vehicles. Some examples are Diesel Brothers, Faster Cars, and Street Outlaws. These shows feature drivers and mechanics who build and customize their own vehicles.
Ask it if anyone has the pod show demonetized, because you never did go down the freaking rabbit hole on that and tell me if I could do that.
Is there Is there us there? God damn it.
Is us there?
Is there a podcast called Demonetized?
So we missed you last week, Mongrels. Well, you've been working hard or something, huh?
Hardly
find it.
working hard.
Hey.
But
You have that.
yeah, I
So-
was a little busy last week. Had a
The
buddy in
caveat
town.
is I could not find any popular podcast with the exact title Demonetized. However, there may be a smaller or newer podcast with a name or something similar. It is also possible that the podcast is no longer active or changed its name. If you have any additional information about the podcast, I could help you with that further.
Wow.
Therefore, what I'm hearing is we can use demonetized.
I
Yep.
feel like
Oh,
we totally
hang on a
could.
second. This is
Internet
a-
robot gods told me I could.
You want to hear what Canva has to say about that? I told it to write a paragraph about a podcast called Demonetized. Demonetized is a podcast hosted by YouTubers Cody Ko and Noel Miller. The show features two comedians discussing a wide range of topics from pulp culture to their personal lives. The podcast has gained a following for its humorous and irreverent approach to current events, as well as for its candid discussions about mental health and relationships. With a new episode released every week, Demonetized has become a popular choice for those looking for a funny and entertaining podcast.
And
So
so that's
that's-
where you go back to it's lying.
I'm gonna say, is that real or did it just make that up? And now we just need to make that our
You
show
told it
now?
to write you a paragraph, so it made it
But
up.
it did. It just wrote the whole show for us. Now we just need to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be the actual like words that we put on the description. Just it makes no sense.
Which one of you is Cody and which one is Noel?
Nobody would know. They'd be like, "Who's
I-
Cody?" Be like, "I don't know."
Well, that's the
Internet
best part.
robot gods.
We don't use our names really. I mean, you're the one we say your name about the most.
Okay, then we got Cody. Let's wait.
I'll be Cody.
Cody,
Sure,
That
why not?
reminds me. I got to my name.
Co, and then no, that way. Noel and Albie Miller.
So I'm
I'm
Co.
already confused.
I'm Co.
You're gonna have to
You're
send me a
D.
nameplate.
You're just D. You're gonna be D. Don't worry
All
about
right, I'm D.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to use this guy, that guy, some guy, and the other guy.
Ooh, that is a good one too.
But the AI told us these names.
Yeah.
We
That's
have to
true.
go with what our AI overlord.
I mean, if we listen to the robot overlords, we will only succeed.
Well, I mean, this is like we've said, if you do what the algorithm wants you to do and you do what the algorithm tells you. So if we're doing what the robot tells us, will the other robot look
Yeah.
kindly upon us?
Yeah,
The robot will be
yeah,
like-
just up there.
I like this robot stuff. Keep going.
Do robot things.
Do robot things for me. I like it when you talk dirty robot.
Okay, so what happened with last?
And we
What
talked
happened with last week? Did we get ad limited?
Yeah, like 5 minutes after the show ended, I left here, went across to the shop. I got to the we maybe talked on here for maybe 45 minutes after we ended, and then 15 minutes so maybe an hour by the time I made it to another computer to check it at the shop, and it was demonetized. Like I put it up in the chat on Discord, like, and we're done already. The thing is, and we said it earlier, I'm not 100% that last week should have been demonetized, but I also don't feel confident enough in it to hit the yes, I'm sure it's good button.
Hey, you want to know the paragraph on Mongrel's Garage?
oh yeah,
Oh, sure.
Mongrel's Garage is a widely recognized name in the car community. Started by three friends with a passion for building and restoring classic cars, Mongrel's Garage has become a go-to destination for car enthusiasts looking for a high-quality and unique automobile customization. The team specializes in turning old, worn-out vehicles into functional and aesthetically pleasing machines. Whether it's restoring a vintage muscle car or building a custom hot rod, Mongrel's Garage does it all. Their love of cars and commitment to craftsmanship shines through in every project they undertake. It's no surprise that Mongrel's Garage has amassed a significant following and reputation for producing some of the most stunning and impressive custom cars in the industry.
facts.
The other
Can
thing
can you send that to me so I can check my about page?
seriously.
We need to put that in his about section.
But the other thing I'm noticing about that one and the last one too, especially, it's all fluff. There's
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot of
There's-
shiny words.
there's zero actual substance in that.
And see, if you
paragraph
just type
at all.
less words, less words. It'll make the same paragraph shorter.
Seriously.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Mongol's Garage is re-owned car restoration business known
That
for
makes
its
sense.
unique and high-quality customization. With a passion of building classic cars, their craftsmanship shines through in every project, making them one of the best in the industry.
And we've lost the camera again.
yeah,
Bye,
we come
camera.
in. Yeah, you know how it goes. I gotta swap batteries out.
Speed read this.
Oh, I seen something funny today. It was Courtney Cox, I think it was doing a Mercedes parody thing about EV cars,
Okay.
and it ran on like have you seen this? 9600 AA batteries.
Oh, I did see that, and you hit the button and it auto ejects them all. I did see that.
It ejects all the batteries.
Batteries everywhere.
That was all. It's like, and it has onboard monitoring, so you'll know when the battery status. This battery 1A is being dead. Battery 2B, and then it just starts rapid firing how quickly all the batteries are going to die.
Oh god, it's a funny commercial.
It's actually quite funny.
You ready for
What's
the
the-
ultimate question?
Oh, you were still doing that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're backing around to it.
Listen, I dig
Swinging
this little
back
bit
around.
of this segment of the deal.
If the toys in Toy Story are actually real, and one of them was to pass away, how horrified would the other toys be once the kids kept playing with them?
Wow.
Oh,
Toy Story just got real morbid.
we're going to call that one Toy Story Zombies.
Great.
Oh. Fright Night. That's the Halloween edition
Like
of Toy Story. Oh god.
Because we've all looked at the premise of Toy Story, and they're actually immortal toys if you really think about it.
They live forever.
They live forever.
Yeah, because like even look what that neighbor kid did to some of the toys.
Yep.
And they were still somewhat alive. They were kind of creature-ish, but they were still functional.
Dark. Well, okay, so who actually no one dies in that universe though. Like, do any of the actual characters die off? Because I know, who was it? Was it Potato? One of the actual voice actors died. I think it was the Slinky Dog.
Yeah, because that was Ernest.
Ernest, yeah.
Yep.
And they didn't bring him back in later ones, did they?
And we all know Slinkies do actually die within about 5 minutes after opening them.
Yeah, that does happen.
Well, they get all twisted the wrong way,
Yeah.
magic science style.
Yeah. Like, how did you even do
And you
that? No one
spend the
knows.
next-
You get a
But
little
that's
tiny
the
hand in it, and
playing
it's done.
with it. You spend the next like 3 days trying to get it back to where it might work, and it just
No.
that you spend more time doing that than you actually do watching.
Best
it.
case scenario, it broke or bent close enough to one end or the other where it's just a smaller Slinky now.
Yeah. The plastic Swinkies are better than the metal ones.
Oh, yeah, because you could break them and bend them back.
Wonder how many people even know what a Slinky is anymore.
Okay.
James Albert Jim Varney Jr. was an American actor, writer, singer. He performed the voice of Slinky Dog in Toy Story and Toy Story 2. Okay, I'm officially old because that dude died in 2000. So both those movies were made before 2000?
Dudes, we had this discussion on another channel about how old you are versus how old I am. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't realize that movie was like almost 30
Old.
years old.
Yeah. Here you
But
go.
number
Becky's.
2, even the sequel?
Read
Read Becky's.
Yeah.
Hey, did you, like in a voice? What are we doing?
Yeah, in your voice. You do it. It's a question. She's adding questions to your questions.
Hey, did you know most towns that have a water tower with the name of the water tower are named after the tower? Facts.
You knew that?
Well, see, I live in a city that ends with city. So when people ask you to put your name of your city in the city box, you don't want to put city after, but you have to because that's the name of the city.
City.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to do a check because I'm not down. But how did everyone fare with the tornadoes and stuff like that? Everyone's good.
The only people that I know of in that area was Ryan and Julie and
No, so
Cletus and them, and I saw that
evidently,
was all good.
Iowa got destroyed.
Really?
I heard
Yeah.
Iowa got nailed too.
Yeah,
Where?
Centerville, Iowa.
Oh,
I assume it's in the center.
Okay.
I would too. Well, because you and CP are on different ends essentially of Iowa,
No,
correct?
he's
No?
in the center. I'm
Oh,
on
so
one of the ends.
Well, shoot. I hope I saw him in here earlier tonight, so I'm assuming he's okay.
Well, let's see
Didn't
where
say
Centerville, Iowa is. It's kind of like in Iowa. If you go to Cherokee, the city, it's not in Cherokee County.
No stairs.
Okay.
What a rough childhood there, stupid fast. No stairs for your slinky.
There's a Centerville, Iowa, and there's a Centerville, Ohio.
Well, that's where you use books and chairs for your slinky then.
For the slinky?
Yeah.
It's not going to be as good as stairs.
Well, it's not, but
I have to agree with him. He did kind of lose out on that one. That's like me. I grew up in the country and always wanted to do skateboarding stuff because skateboarding was a thing. But there's nowhere to ride skateboards out in the country. So that was just a big time ouchie for my childhood.
It was kind of like bikes. I had like a cheap 10-speed. Yeah, ride that on a gravel road. Let me know how that works out.
Oh, that's no fun. You're supposed to have a BMX
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. You get going down a hill and it's like, no.
I have permanent scars on my knee and I think an elbow from eating shit on a bike when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, mountain bikes weren't a thing when I was a kid. They weren't around yet.
No sidewalks, yeah.
They didn't have bikes in the mountain when you were a child?
Well, we had BMX and we had 10 speeds. That was it. Oh,
I'm sorry, Becky. You got to go to work on Saturday.
Wait, how old are you, Mom?
Saturday.
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm over 40, under 50.
Well, they had mountain bikes when you were a kid then.
Yeah, mountain bikes were a thing.
I had
Maybe not
one
in Canada.
I had one when I was a kid, and I'm older than you.
Oh, they didn't have
it
in
in
Canada.
I had one that was called a Baja, and it was chrome frame with big oversized
1978.
78. That's
really, I don't remember seeing them until like the late 80s.
The first mountain bike was called a Breezer series in 1978, made from a chromoly rather than a traditional steel. The Breezer was widely considered the first modern mountain bike.
Yeah, but like I said, they didn't make it up to Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of this mountain bike? Like, does it
show your work, dudes. Jeez.
Let me look. Google
Let's see if it looks like that camshaft.
Oh, camshaft.
Oh, that's definitely what got us to demonetize that.
Oh, it is not. I mean, it's a
lube up the camshaft. Get out of here.
Provocative.
That would definitely.
Don't bring that picture back out.
Do not bring that picture back up, because so far we haven't done anything bad enough that I think once they do demonetize this one, this will be the one if we don't screw it up that I'll hit the yes. I don't think you should and see what happens.
We're gonna screw it up.
Here we
Come
go.
on.
Present.
Well, we're only an hour and 47 minutes into this, so yeah, we have plenty of time to screw this up.
Yeah.
And I just got on, so we got a lot of time.
Oh yeah, dancing. What's up, brother? Oh hey,
Look at
That doesn't look like that. It's not a mountain. Well, I guess
that frame
it's kind of a 10-speed
really scary.
hybrid mountain bike thing.
Breezer number 1 uses twin lateral frame members in the hoop. I can't read. That extra tubes would extend its life on a local trail. And downhill racers north of San Francisco, California, the frame was crafted from chromoly tubes brassed together.
Wait, so it's got 2 down tubes right there in the center.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Making
wild.
it strong.
Yeah, I bet that felt really good going.
This was
down the
before
hill.
they actually put shocks on it. They were just like, just make it more rigid.
What's that extra piece going up to the right there?
This
that's
the
the
brake.
shifter cable. No, I'm talking about in that one. See where it comes up from the that. What is
makes it strong.
But it's just built.
Well, it makes this part right here not buckle.
So your forks don't bend easily.
Yeah,
those are still gonna bend. Okay,
it's gonna bend less. Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. Oh,
Enhance.
These
Yeah,
guys.
because it's just a pivot point. Those are just bolted in there.
Yeah, but see, it's gonna break right here, and then these are making it strong.
Well, it's what's going to happen is it's going to bend down, go down to the bottom where it bolts into the wheel. It's going to bend on that angle they just put in right there. If you don't put that bend in that one too,
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but it's probably better than not.
This is
it.
Breezer 1, man. I mean,
well, I guess what I'm saying,
you're talking about Breezer 2.
If you just made that down bar straight instead of that stupid bend in it, it'll be.
Stop trying to refabricate bad bikes of the past. They already did that for you. They put a shock right here.
Hey, we already read the paragraph about your wasted talent fabrication.
They also made the forks straight instead of bent.
Here's the handle brake. What is this?
Is that a quick adjust?
Gear
That's a shifter for your gear shifter. But what's the
Yeah,
orange?
it looks like a quick adjust
For brake
we
tension?
got the expert in here. Hey.
Oh,
girder style fork. There you go.
there you go.
He can tell us all about these.
Here's a real bike. Look at that. Wonder if the whole little water bottle thing, that was a 10-speed thing though. So here's the next question. So why do male bikes have the straight bar right here, to cut you in half, where the female bikes didn't?
So imagine they are in a skirt or some sort of something like that, and you don't want to throw your leg up and over all the way to get on the bike. I believe that's where the style comes from, but don't quote me.
You would think that you would still want that bar up there if you had a skirt. Keep your skirts out of the chains.
Well, yeah, but you're also going to keep your skirt up to where someone might get a look at your lady bits. So in that time frame when this was made,
you're wearing enough undergarments that no lady bits would ever be seen.
Yeah, but I gotta remember at that point in time, if we're talking about bicycles, if you saw their knee, that was too much skin for the lady bits. You know what I mean?
There we go. The bar is matter of tradition. According to Andrea at the Bike City Recycler, when women began riding bikes in the 1800s, they were required to wear heavy skirts to low bar allowed them to mount the bikes modestly and was a space for their skirts to go.
Told you, nailed it.
Nailed it. I know so many things about women's skirts.
I know worthless information.
I know everything.
Listen to the guy who's worn skirt. Listen. Yeah, I think there's probably a skirt in there at some point, but whatever.
Why do women's bikes have a bar? Yeah, I mean, but why wouldn't all bikes just have a downward bar? This makes no sense. Somebody invented this for ladies, and then it became a ladies' bike, and then that became all masculine about it.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a dude mansplained, and then that's just where it's been for forever.
Yeah, and then everybody's like, but what about my nuts hitting the bar? And they're like, you're a man, you deal with it.
So realistically, your balls hitting the bar isn't the one you got to worry about. It's that metal part on the handlebars when you go flying up and over that. That's the one you got to worry about.
Oh,
it eviscerates you as you go over it.
Yeah. That thing catches you right in the no-no place.
Yep. There's a big difference between men and women bikes there.
Well, I had a bit of an incident last week too, where I tore my groin. It was rather exciting, actually. But
oh no,
you say exciting?
Yeah.
Well,
I couldn't walk the next day. I can tell you that much.
No, I think he's more talking about the act of you doing it was exciting.
I mean,
and he wants you to elaborate on what that act was. I think is where he was going.
I think exciting is the wrong word.
Exciting would be the wrong. It was very painful. It still is very painful.
Oh yeah.
Somehow when you pirouetted,
I'm not sure. And I was doing a shoulder roll at karate, and my son figures that my one leg went into like the split position, and then I felt this cold sweat, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in shock." And I kind of sat up and I'm like, okay, stomach doesn't feel right. Leg doesn't feel right. Other stuff down there does not feel right. So I was like, this is not good. So I composed myself for a bit. Then I managed to get myself up and into the bathroom at the studio and did my best not to throw up. Eventually
Oh,
went to the doctor, got
no.
checked out. And he says, "Oh, I don't think you have a hernia. You might, but
Oh,
for now, it doesn't seem
no.
like you do." So I was like, "Okay." So he gave me prescription, and I got home that night, no problem. But the next day, I could not move. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. It was bad.
So it sounds like you were doing young man stuff that you thought you could still do, but the problem is you're old as shit.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, that sums it up
yeah.
nicely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I say no. I say no to a lot of dumb things that get offered to me because I'm like, I'm old and I'm just going to break myself if I do that. Like, I got offered to go snowboarding not too long ago.
No, I wouldn't do that ever. No, I'm done
Exactly.
snowboarding.
Who does that anymore? We're 40 and above at this point. Stop doing dumb stuff like that.
I hurt myself enough when I was in my 20s snowboarding, and I learned that I wasn't recovering fast, that I just stopped snowboarding.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like karate might be the next thing you need to watch out for.
Come on, it's basically a somersault. How do you hurt yourself? I can't figure out how I hurt myself.
I have hurt myself sitting down.
Well, that's true. I hurt myself getting out of bed sometimes.
Exactly. We are old, and very few of us on this panel took care of ourselves on the way to getting here. Dudes over here, you're muted again. You touched the top. Your hand is literally on top of the mic.
I'm perfectly fine.
Well, the problem is I did martial arts for 25 years. So in my mind,
that is exactly the problem. That's the problem when I get on a four-wheeler and see jumps and want to go fast. I'm just like, oh, I'm 6 feet.
That's why I don't get on bicycles anymore, because I go fast and jump things and then end up
broken
up over the handlebars and going, ow, I don't remember it being that.
Well, it's like the guys who used to skate back in the day, and then they hop on a skateboard that they haven't been on in 25, 30 years and then break their everything.
Yeah, I tried a skateboard about 5 years ago and decided that was a bad idea. And I was like, no, I can't even get on it without the thing kicking out from under me anymore.
Yeah. Well, a lot of those things are muscle memory and things you don't realize. Like when you're a kid, you spent so many hours playing with that stupid skateboard to put in the time to be able to do those things. And then you're just like, oh, it's just like riding a bike. I'll go right back to it. Nope.
Yeah, right. Hey, I should have learned my lesson when I was down there visiting, and I lost feeling in my feet from just doing the drag racing and stuff. That, hey, maybe I'm old now. And I come back and I found out I don't really have an L5 disc. So the whole purpose of doing the karate was Becky. The whole purpose of doing the karate was to try to strengthen up my core to help my back.
Yeah. See, but Becky, that sounds like a nice thing somebody should be doing: climbing a hill, walking, that type of thing. Karate throws and hips and splits and cool things. Just a time you're gonna have to say, hey, can't do it anymore. That definitely should have been a clue.
I mean, what's a vertebrae anyway? You got like 24 more.
Exactly.
You don't need all of them.
The funny thing was the instructor's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I mean, I'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
He was right.
I spoke this incident into existence. Watch me.
Weren't we just talking about this?
Yeah.
Speaking into this. Not yet, Becky. You got a couple more days, like 4 more days. Or are you one of those birthday week? Did your birthday week start today?
She's actually 72. Every birthday's 63.
My sister's birthday month.
Birthday month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Birthday month.
Yeah.
I've never
all of the birthdays in my family are pretty much in the same month. So it could be a birthday month.
The only thing you can't do with my sister is give her her birthday's in December. You give her a birthday present on Christmas Day, you're gonna get punched.
Not having it, huh?
No.
Duh.
So I was born in December, and you don't get birthdays. You just get Christmas gifts.
Oh, no. My sister made sure she got birthdays.
I was going to say, my wife's is December 7th, and that apparently is far enough away from Christmas to do both.
Nope.
So yeah,
Darkest day of the year right here.
the 33rd anniversary of her 29th birthday.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Wouldn't you want to be that like leap year baby where you're only like 14, but you're actually like
Does it matter?
it's all numbers? I'm just like
Exactly,
on
at the
Chinese
end of the day.
calendar.
I mean,
Why would we do
realistically,
math again? I thought
after.
we were doing math.
Oh wait, are we back to math? We were going to do no math on this.
Yeah.
Leap year not a thing no more?
We promised somebody we weren't doing any math, and now we're doing math.
I thought that was
Ah.
math.
He's off, you know.
Oh, that
getting
may have
high
been
now.
math. Yeah.
I thought we were not going to do meth, but we were going to do math. I'm really confused on what's going on right now.
I thought it was the other
Mathematical
way
math
around.
equations.
My old age is hearing 3 different words. I'm hearing math, masks, and meth. So
That sounds about right.
I don't think we won't do any of those, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I'm okay at math. Maths, they fog my glasses, and I've never really tried the meth, so I can't tell you much about that.
Mathematicals.
A mathematician?
Mathematician.
Oh my god, that's a t-shirt. Dude smiling, no teeth. And it says, don't worry.
Mathematician.
I'm a mathematician.
I solve all the hardest problems.
I solve all the hardest problems. Oh, yes.
I'm just going to copy this one over here. I'm going to copyright
Put-
that.
Put that one. Yeah, Jim, write this down. That one goes in the list of things we do.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to put that in there.
I seen another good meme today. There's a picture about British Columbia, and I don't know if you guys know much about British Columbia.
It's a place.
It's beside
It
Alberta,
looks even better written out. Sorry.
and it's got a plastic straw, and it's got some white powdery stuff.
What?
In lines, and it says one of these is illegal in BC, one of these is legal. And I'll tell you one thing: plastic straws are banned in Canada.
Well, it's the same thing in Oregon.
That's funny.
You can legally drive around in Oregon with a not insignificant amount of heroin in your pocket, and that be just fine. But you can't have a straw.
Yeah.
Hope you don't need that straw to do any of your illicit paraphernalia. You can't have. Well, okay, that's a good question. Say if you need
You could probably
if
do
you
one of
need
those
a
cardboard
straw.
straws nowadays.
well, that's what I'm saying. If you need a straw to consume your drug of choice, does that make the straw okay as long as it's for drugs?
As long as it doesn't get stuck in the turtle's nose.
In the turtle nose, that's where. Okay.
Well, so my question is they replaced the plastic straws with metal straws. Now, those don't get stuck in the turtle's nose?
They don't get thrown out.
Becky, we meant Coke, not weed. Sit down.
Yeah.
Dudes, you definitely, if you're gonna keep putting your hand on top of the microphone, you gotta keep turning it off. The best part is the last 2 times I've caught you, your hand is literally on top where the button is.
Oh, this might not be a good idea during tonight. It still hurts to laugh.
Yes.
My
Watch
back was
out for
hurting
mongrel's
yesterday.
groin.
I'll go take my painkillers again.
Oh god.
Karate doesn't allow me to laugh, but you don't know why.
Massaging it.
Massaging it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That would, if I started massaging it, it would definitely get demonetized, I think. Just saying.
Only I
mean-
think if you show us. I think if you just did it and didn't like tell us about it, you'd probably be okay. Like,
I mean, at the point that you do it, I don't want to be told about it. I'm just saying.
I feel like with the way the camera is right now, you could massage your groin, and as long as you didn't tell us about it, we would be none the wiser.
I'll keep my hands up here.
I'm gonna start asking old Wasted to keep his hands up here at this point.
Well, listen, I am very animated, so my hands are normally up and all over the place, so you don't have to worry about me.
He's rubbing on the edge of the desk. It's weird.
I'm getting sweaty in here.
It gets sweaty. Oh, no.
This conversation is invigorating.
Whoa, what?
And demonetized.
Becky is not helping the monetization. Out of context over here. And then she wants a screenshot model.
I'm just keeping my hands on the mic. So, you know.
That is where we keep seeing your hand, is directly where the button is.
Right, directly on the mute button.
Just rub the tip.
My hand's holding artwork of glass. Oh, got you some hand-blown work there, Becky.
That could mean so many things.
It could, yeah.
Jum, don't say no.
Becky's not helping here.
She is.
So bad.
It's gonna be.
Is it dishwasher safe? Oh.
All glass products are dishwasher safe. I mean,
Are they though? I mean,
I feel like it's glass. So yeah.
As long as it's got a protective coating on it, it should be good.
It's glass. It doesn't need a protective coating.
yeah,
Check
it's
the
got
code on
glass.
glass.
Yeah.
Except for
Well, I
that
mean-
glass part.
Well, I mean, for the dishwasher, it doesn't need a protective coating. I mean, for other places, it could probably.
I'm asking.
Local made.
Yeah, those you get much more bang for your value than the Chinese ones with those.
This is right here. Hand blown or painted glassware is not dishwasher safe. No glasses and crystals should be washed by hand to avoid breakage, yellowing, or etching, which appears as
totally would've-
cloudiness or pitting due to harsh detergent.
I totally would have screwed that up because it's glass. Why wouldn't it work?
He's got a whole dishwasher full of broken glass.
I really don't. But
Yeah, you didn't notice that all that glassware you have is
well,
broken?
so the putting that type of glassware. Okay, I'm
He's
really
replaced
confused
like
about
3 dishwashers because
I'm
dishwashers
really-
are broken.
I'm really confused as to what exactly we're talking about here for hand blown glass. But the type of hand blown glass that I would use, it stinks up the dishwasher when you wash it, so you got to wash those separate.
Oh, all the mixing
be
of the
right back.
waters.
No, it's not so much the water as it is the
Residue.
oh, she's sending me pictures.
No.
This could only end badly. I'm waiting. Oh, you got a power flicker. That's what happened to the internet. I just now saw your message.
Yeah.
So, Mr. 113, the mic works better when it's right up here. That's the best place for it.
I can
Picks up less audibles.
actually. I don't hear the background noise anymore.
Yeah.
Did you fix something, or you just been holding, or did you turn it way down and hold it next to your face?
I'm just holding it right up here.
Oh, that's why you're close. You're holding it closer so the computer isn't adjusting the volume up to super high anymore. That's what's going on. Okay,
Yeah, because it's all smart mic in me.
Now I figured out.
I think it's the beard blocking out the rest of the noise.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
sound
wow,
deadening
Becky.
material.
Is that a schmiegel? Is that what that's supposed to be? It's got like I can't put it on here because we will definitely get demonetized if I put it on
We're
there.
going all aficionado on here right now. Is that a schmiegel about 6 inch to the left?
Well, no, so it's got a face, a couple of
I don't
faces
need
and
to
teeth
know.
going. Oh, I'm sorry, you seemed interested. God,
I'm
I was
not.
gonna describe it. It's got a really cool eyes. Like whoever did the artwork on it and actually the glass work, it's really
It's
awesome.
amazing.
It really is. I like it.
I came back right at the wrong
I
time.
really appreciate the
Conversation.
artwork here.
I'll. You know what? I'm gonna send it to the Discord. You guys can see it.
Okay.
You can judge it
Alright.
with me. I like things that as I use them, they scare me slightly due to their realism.
Yeah, this could be. That could be this.
Don't put it in the dishwasher, okay?
Yeah, apparently you can't put it in the dishwasher. I've seen me put things.
I've seen me do that.
Okay, so I will
It's the
say,
best way to explain that.
You know how I learned you don't do that is when I was younger and still lived at home. I had the bright idea to clean some of our paraphernalia in the dishwasher,
Whoops.
and it does a very good job of cleaning it. Unfortunately, the dishwasher gets a bit of a smell about it afterwards that your mother will not appreciate.
Will she now? Did
She
you put
was
it in the
not.
wrong thing? I think you put it in the wrong thing.
No, I haven't put it yet. I'm still working on.
Oh.
I gotta save the images, and you distracted me. You know how that goes.
Sure.
You know my multitasking is limited at best.
My tasking is not very multiple.
Boom. All right, it's coming. You gotta just wait on Elon Net to post it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Like the detail, that's a small piece. So the detail of like making that. Have you ever done any art or not art, glass work, dudes? I know you do art stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, glass is a medium you've played in.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I think you could probably let's see here.
Why is its face on sideways? That's
Well,
what I don't get here.
I think it's two faces.
sides,
Yeah,
two pieces.
Oh,
I
feel like this is something that got its face like half smacked off. It almost looks like.
No, because I feel like that's is it two face? You have the one face on the side and then you turn it? I don't know. The eyes, the glass work in the eyes is pretty cool. Coming at the wrong time. I don't know if there's a right time to come in, Jared, but we appreciate you running in here.
So I'm just picturing putting the one side underneath the other side like it's a complete face. And then I picture like somebody getting like all slapstick slapped and their face spinning like Donald
spinning
Duck.
around. Yeah. That is Schmiegel who says, "My precious."
Daffy Duck. Donald Duck? Daffy Duck. Yeah, that's it.
The follow you eyes. No, that's the haunt you in your sleep eyes, Becky. That's what those are.
There you go. I think you could probably post those that I just sent to Discord. You could probably.
Oh yeah,
you can probably post those. Yeah,
that way people can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, good idea. All right, open in browser.
Oh, is that what you're doing there? I'm like, those are smaller.
All right.
Yeah, I got rid of the part that kind of tells you what it really is.
Yeah. Video no, whatever.
Look at this neat glassware we're about to show.
Yeah.
It has no other purposes than visual effect.
Yeah, it's just really cool glassware. The Schmiegel face.
There's the top of Schmiegel's face.
Yeah. And then I got to load the other one to do this.
Better enhance. Everybody with a phone right now is like, nice picture, Grandpa.
Did we not? I can't enhance on this.
I'm sitting here on a 24-inch screen going, I can't see that.
All right. Well,
I can barely see it.
You can click the image and then save it, and it should be larger.
Open in browser.
Yeah, we'll let dudes do it then. I'm really enhance, please.
There we go. There we go.
I've been fired. It's probably
been fired from this. Sharing my screen. One second. There we go.
I swear, if it's the same size, I'm gonna be like, "What the
I
crap?"
swear. Boom.
Make it bigger.
Enhance.
Okay, you can
Oh yeah, it's enhanced. Look at that.
He's got a chipped tooth there.
Yeah, gnarly teeth.
Yeah.
Kind of meshed up.
You need some of that gum we were talking about earlier.
So, are we gonna call these eyes? I mean,
yeah, he's squinting. Is there smiley or smacked face?
So when you squint, you open your teeth, I guess.
Oh, I'm gonna go with he just got smacked, and this is the reaction of his face.
What is that? Is that what that is?
That's what I'm going with. Yeah, those eyes are haunting.
What's about this little thing here?
I think it's a jewelry that he's wearing. I don't know.
I think it's a growth.
Dabe no like master.
I might have nightmares.
Dabe, look into your soul.
Dabe just watches you sleep. It's fine. Go back to sleep. They follow you. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Oh, it's
I'm trying to move away. It's scaring me.
This is going to be the new thumbnail for next week's live. It's just going to be
monetized.
This freaking. Oh, he's waving. Okay.
There it is.
Seriously, that's the stuff nightmares are made of.
This is some fresh nightmare sauce right here.
Nightmare sauce sounds like something we should be demonetized for. I don't know what nightmare sauce is, but I feel like it's wrong.
You You're looking at it right there. Some fresh nightmare sauce.
Throw the word moist into it, and then you really get
Oh,
on
God.
that.
This dude right here
Eyeball.
looks like he just did a fat line of some moist nightmare sauce. And this is what's left.
There you go. Nailed it.
Where's the button?
ouch! Oh, you bastard!
We're just gonna.
Where's the button? There we go.
No, we'll just scroll it for that one.
You probably should check your studio. See if we've been demonetized yet.
Refresh it.
Gosh,
We are still monetized.
That's crazy. It's going to be demonetized 5 minutes after we're done.
I think I know it uploads, and I think they review it after we're done. I don't think they're doing it. I don't know. We'll find out.
He doesn't know.
So far, I haven't seen anything that I really think would get us for real demonetized.
You just keep saying that. Just keep telling yourself that it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Well, I think this week will be the first week.
What stupid
Nightmare sauce on the AI, yeah.
Do it.
Nightmare sauce.
Do it.
Yeah, there's a paragraph about nightmare sauce.
Toby's like, I was hungry. I fall asleep with him. He's cute.
So Slender Man.
Oh yeah, bring him. I'm down.
Oh,
Let's try and start again.
All right, reset. Come on, Chat GPT. Do chat stuff.
Do the chat stuff.
Do the chat stuff. Oh, I get in the commercials. The paid commercials are like Speedway promotions, so that's something.
Oh,
They
well,
know.
I was going to say they know you. They've been stealing
They
your
know me.
information.
Yes. Hey, I'm all about it if they send me stuff I want to see.
That you are like the first person that I've talked to about that is totally down for them stealing your information as long as they get your shit right.
Correct. If they're
Yeah.
all about just like, I think that's cool. Thanks for sending that to me. I'm totally buying that.
Yeah,
That's great.
You're not. So you don't have a problem
Way
with
to
them
do your
doing
job.
it. Yeah, you don't have a problem with them doing it. You just have a problem with them doing it poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah. that
Do
makes sense.
you guys remember when Facebook did that? When Facebook said, "Hey, we've added something to your profile that tells you whether or not you're a Democrat or a conservative. You can go change it if you think it's wrong." And it's like, let me go look at that and change that for them so that they know they got it wrong.
Oh, I get what you're saying. It was a backwards way of getting them to for you to choose. Like, we're gonna choose for you, and if you say no, then we'll definitely know.
Yeah, then now we know that we need to adjust our algorithm. That's totally what that was about.
You've missed a Smeagol. You've missed. There's a lot of things. You just got to go back and watch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Are we gonna read the Nightmare Sauce one? Is that what we're doing?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
What do you want? You want like British or?
Well, you always go British, so might as well start there. You
Might
end
as
up
well
there.
Go British, like that British.
Well, are you going pikey British?
I want him to redeem himself and do Jersey again.
Oh,
Jersey.
Jersey was not good last time.
Nah, Jersey was bad. Nightmare sauce is a fury and flavorful condiment that boasts a serious kick. Made with a blend of hot peppers, spices, and other all-natural ingredients.
Screw that voice. Hate that voice. Start over.
Hate that voice.
That voice is terrible.
That voice is terrible.
Yeah. I do another one, but that one was garbage.
So this is actually going to tell us about a sauce. It's not even going to give us like.
No, it sounds like a hot sauce. That's all
it's advertising a sauce.
Hot sauce.
Nightmare.
That's where you had to put the word moist.
Yeah, put it
about moist.
Nightmare sauce.
Nightmares.
No. This is.
I'll see what Canva says about that too. Well, you do that one.
Moist dreams. I got to do this, word it correctly so it gives me a thing. Dreams having.
That was going to be. I would have napped before the stream. Yeah, I try to nap before these things. Oh, you got to type it.
I'm sorry, but the AI language model, I cannot generate inappropriate content, including stories about inappropriate topics. It is important to ensure that our language or conversations tour appropriately, respectfully towards all individuals. Can I assist you with anything else?
Oh, he broke it.
So moist is what broke it then. Because
Yeah.
nightmare sauce, it was perfectly okay with.
Yeah, it was gonna tell you about hot sauce.
Yeah, the Canva AI engine did the exact
I
same
bet
thing.
I bet he does, Becky.
Explain moist. Let's see what it says about that.
So does that mean because we've used moist nightmare sauce, we're now demonetized?
Oh, we're getting demonetized for moist all day long.
There's no way. Moist is not on any of the verbiage anywhere that says you can't use it on any
Obviously,
of
robot overlords think it's awful. You know, it hurts their circuitry.
They just confirmed.
To be fair, robot overlords are already going to be against anything moist due to its ability to take them down.
Here we go. It defines the word moist for me when I ask it that question. The word moist typically refers to something that is slightly or moderately wet, damp, or humid. It can apply to various things such as textures of food, the moisture in the air, or the feel of clothing. The term moist can sometimes have a negative connotation, as some people may find it unpleasant or uncomfortable to hear. However, it can also be used in a positive way to describe things that are fresh, juicy, or perfectly cooked. The meaning and connotation of the word moist often depend on the context in which it's used.
Yeah, you really need to drive home moist at the end there. That last moist, almost with a yeah. You need to yes.
All right, dudes. I tricked the AI overlords, and
All right.
got you a paragraph in our Discord.
Do you know who David Attenborough is?
I have no idea who David Attenborough is.
Okay, look it up and hear his voice, because Stupid Fast is right. If you could do that voice for some of these, that'd be freaking hilarious. Oh, Groundskeeper Willie. Yeah.
Oh.
It's getting hot. Ooh. I didn't have to take a shirt off. I feel like Becky might be behind in the chat, though.
Well, no, that or she might be one of the ones that don't find the word moist offensive.
He's got an old man voice.
I build a fence on bad accents.
He's got a lot of inflection, but he's got old man voice. I don't know if I can get that old.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Moderately wet nightmare sauce is a term often used to describe a particularly unpleasant and overwhelming situation. The term nightmare sauce suggests a feeling of terror or dread, while the descriptor moderately wet adds an element of discomfort and unease. This phrase may be used in a variety of contexts, from describing a particularly challenging work situation to explaining anxiety about a personal relationship. Overall, the term conveys a sense of unease and discomfort that can be difficult to shake off.
That's its own short right there. If you don't put a short up doing that freaking thing to tomorrow, dudes with wrenches short, I swear to God. Oh, fuck, I'm crying.
Oh my God, I'm in so much pain right now.
Oh, the chat is just blowing up. Oh my God. Oh shit!
That's all you have to do to trick the AI overlords is to take their definition of moist and use it against them.
Oh,
You're saying I'm doing the shorts wrong? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm saying that I say you do that. That's your new dudes with wrenches shit. You make ChatGPT come up with this ridiculous freaking deal for you, so you don't even have to come up with the dialogue anymore. They just do it in funny voices.
Yep.
I've tried. Nobody watches it.
Dude, look at the chat. The chat just like literally peed their pants to that.
You just need to make a new channel, Dudes with Chat GPT.
I don't think you need no, because that definitely goes into dudes. This is like we've talked about with you. You stick with I've been doing, but then add like a different deal that you do on like a Tuesday or something like that. You know what I mean?
I have tried many voices, and with no real return to what you'd call frequent viewing.
I think you try that, David. So here's the problem that you do with voices. We've talked about this a lot. You didn't really try hard right there. You just sent it and it was gold. But when you try to record them, you put too much into it. Because I've seen you do it. You send me ones and I'm like, oh, you're trying too hard. Do it like you did the one time where you just did it. I think that's the problem you run into. When
just do it. Just do that thing.
Well, it is, though. It's totally a thing. When you don't put any effort into it and you just do it, you're normally 9 times out of 10 money on the voice, except for the first English one you did today. That was terrible. Don't ever do that again.
That was just all over the place, and I don't want to hear it ever.
Your voice, when you do that, just makes me want to kill myself. So,
Yeah.
Oh, there. Now that's demonetized now.
I just want to die.
That probably is. Damn it.
Buzzer.
Now you did it.
Yeah.
Now you did it. Big button, boom, demonetized.
I don't know that I can recommend sticking with that voice.
Don't do that voice.
So Sarah is saying, do it. You gotta
like
do it.
that one.
Oh. Can you do one of these and can you recreate the Lord Palpatine voice? Like
What is
the
Lord
dark...
Palpatine? Oh,
Do it.
Yes, do it.
wait a second. I gotta hear an audio.
Yeah.
Dudes with wrenches will do Lord Palpatine's voice.
I don't know if I can go there.
Yeah, no, you might. Yeah.
Give me a video, you piece of junk. It just wants to take me to this Star Wars website.
Oh yeah.
Do a voice. I don't want to hear.
I love how this has just turned into dudes do a voice and say things.
Do that thing.
What's wrong?
Do that thing right now with that voice inflection that you
But
do
don't
so
try too
well.
hard, damn it.
Yeah,
And don't
try
try.
hard.
Don't think. Just make it happen.
Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to find somebody actually does the voice.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it's a weird inflection he does.
There is. So there's a lot of echo involved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do the moist. You gotta do the moist read. The definition of moist in that voice. Yes.
Moderately wet. No. Sorry.
No, that's it.
That's hard.
That was it.
Where is it? Is
Gotta
it
add a
is it
lot
in
of echo.
Discord?
Oh my god.
Is it-
Let me see if I can find it.
Moderately wet.
I was like, you guys.
No,
you're all
I can't do it. It's too much.
Moderately wet.
Oh,
Moderately wet.
welcome to what this show actually gets to when we find the right topic.
I don't know. If
There's
anyone
too
gives
much
a right
electronic
fuck.
change to that
There
voice. I
is.
don't think that voice is very realistic.
It's probably not.
Moderately
Probably
wet nightmare sauce is a term often used to describe a particularly unpleasant and overwhelming situation.
Something like that.
yeah, no, he does. You do. You got the little thing in there.
Yeah, it's better.
Well, we found out dudes can't do that voice.
But mongrels
Scratch it.
can.
Yeah, Mongrels apparently has got Palpatine down, so there we go. We're building our own repertoire here. I don't do voices.
I don't do voices. A lot of people say I do voices. They're like, "You sound like this guy. Or you sound like that guy." I'm like,
Totally.
I don't think you do.
Totally do voices, dude.
But I don't do specific voices.
Okay, I can see that. You do a generic voice of the but that generic voice sounds like a lot of people but you're not necessarily trying to do them. Okay, I see what you're. Yeah, that is pretty good. Ludo from Labyrinth. I have not seen Labyrinth in such a long time.
It's been a while, yeah.
I don't remember much. I was young when I
When
watched it.
David
too.
Bowie was in it. That's about all I
Yeah.
remember.
Dolby.
And Mia, somebody or other.
There we go.
Turn around and do it. Read it. Dance, monkey.
You dance right now. You dance.
Oh man.
Yes, you dance.
Have you seen the guy that does the shorts where he's basically just talking like
Harry Potter.
it's like the United States and he has his face in there, and he talks like he's the United States and China and Russia
Yes.
and all these other ones. And it's
Yes.
funny because he doesn't try to do the Chinese accent because he's like, it's 2023. You can't get away with that. It's like there's a whole point where he's like, he does the Russian accent, and then Russia's like, why aren't you doing a Chinese accent? And he's like, I can't do that. Get out of here.
The house elves.
Creepy British child.
Do a creepy British. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I'm curious.
Sounds like demonetization to me.
Nope, I don't know. I can hear it, and it's scary.
British child.
Red rum.
Those are creepy.
One
children.
second.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole video on this.
On what?
How kids think about dinner.
What?
What?
Hmm.
I'm really confused now.
This live is not meant for children.
No, I never.
Okay,
clicked
so
that.
kids do not.
Oh, you're listening to the creepy kid English voice? Is that what you're doing?
So kids in British dialect just don't know how to talk.
Where's the demonetized
Like,
button?
It's hard to speak
Kid
their
one of
own
these days.
language, evidently.
It's Hank Hill voice. Damn it, Bobby.
What
Damn it, Bobby.
moderately wet sauce
I
is
had
a
a-
term
I had a-
often used to describe a particularly unpleasant, overwhelming situation. Like these freaking backwards children.
The voice is so much the funniest part about that. The look on your face as you're saying it in kind of like a disgusted look. That's what makes that, like the visuals, what makes it funny.
Well, that could be a
I'm
good one.
hearing
Pee Wee Herman. That's a long one I haven't heard in a while. That'd be a hard one to do.
That guy is hey.
However they use it.
Yeah, can you? Oh.
That
That's
guy
a
is a messed
hard
up man,
voice.
though.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are messed up people, but I feel like you're not really. Didn't he get caught jerking it in a?
Yeah, he was massaging
Well,
his growing in the.
here's the thing.
His groin in this movie.
He was
Yeah,
in
I
a
heard.
gentleman's club theater. It wasn't like it was a theater.
It was a.
The problem was he
wasn't like
went
it
there
was-
in like a large coat, and that was it.
Yeah, he was ready to party.
Yeah, it's making me watch an ad.
Ooh, Dr. Claw. Yeah, that'd be a good
That's
one.
yeah, that's kind of freaky. 3 freezers you couldn't open, huh?
Wow.
What is this thing doing?
Dr. Claw. Hell yeah. Oh man.
If we can do Dr. Claw, do we have someone that can do? Can you do Inspector Gadget? It's assuming
Which
it's
one?
Maxwell Smart. Come on,
Inspector
missed it
Gadget.
by that much. You know,
Well, that's pretty spot on
I
there.
don't.
Mongo.
See, I don't do accents. I don't do impersonation.
hello 99. Yes, I have a shoe phone. You know,
Infiltration.
Do many voices for villains. Huh. That's awesome. So Mongols, we didn't get to really ask what you've been up to other than your, pulled groin and
Your
whatnot.
groinulation.
Yeah, your ill-groineration.
due to that, I haven't been up to very much at all, actually. So I really have done nothing, absolutely nothing. And I do plan on getting back to work next week, though.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones where you need to do nothing, otherwise you will never get better.
Well, I changed the tires on
Sounds
my
about
truck. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. do
No,
No,
should not have done that.
Definitely shouldn't have done that right after that.
it. Well, it wasn't right. I did it yesterday. I was very
Oh.
sore afterwards, but I did
I mean,
manage to do it.
Unless your truck is like a golf cart or something.
No, it's a Dodge 3/4 ton, 2014.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah,
sure,
so no, you
love
should not
that.
do anything near the tires on that. No.
No, not even kind of, but
I had a friend help me.
okay, so you didn't do it all yourself then.
No, I didn't do it all myself.
Oh, all right. Still should
Probably should have done any of it. Bro.
He's probably not wrong.
I gotta go change the rad in the car and put the front end back on it so I can stop driving the truck.
So you did a whole bunch of stuff you shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, it sounds
Well,
like
I haven't done the rad in the car yet, or put the bumper back on it, but I have to do that because I don't want to keep driving the truck. The truck is very expensive to drive.
yeah.
How much is a liter of petrol up there anyway?
A liter of petrol currently where I am is $1.40.
There's a question. There's a question for you. Here's some guy. Make sure you use that moist treatment to really help with your groin.
So if you want to know how much that is per gallon, you would times it by 3.84.
One what?
$1.40 a liter times 3.84.
0.84.
And back to more math. There's been more math on this
$5.35. 37.
Is that Canadian dollars?
Yeah, that's Canadian dollars. So you take about 30% off of that, and that's the U.S. equivalent.
So that's about right then, for what I'm paying in Oregon, at least for regular gas.
I'm only paying like $3.60.
But there's places like on the West Coast where they're paying $1.90 a liter.
Damn, Jared. I don't even know if I can put that up on the screen there.
What does
bud.
that mean?
What does that mean?
Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like I know we'll get demonetized if I have to explain this.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
so here's another question. If you have split personality disorder and you say you're going to kill yourself, are you actually taking yourself hostage, or is it a suicide attempt?
Is that a murder situation at that point?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Demonetized.
Fight Club at the end of the movie should I say spoiler alert? I feel like that movie's old enough everyone's seen it.
Yeah, it's old enough. I think we're good. Yeah.
Okay,
I feel
all
like it's
right.
almost old enough.
We
that
don't talk
people
about
haven't.
Fight Club.
Well, we are about to talk about Fight Club.
We shouldn't talk about Fight Club.
It's,
This
in
is taking a
fact,
weird
it's
segue.
happening. But when he shoots himself at the end to get rid of him, is that a attempted suicide or completed murder? Because he did get rid of Tyler.
Yeah.
But did he die?
Tyler?
No.
Well, they don't say. He just ends with humanity had a weird time in my life. I would assume he will receive some sort of medical
that goes
attention.
back to, if you're attempting to fail and you succeed, did you really succeed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Is that what we're gonna do? Haikus all night?
No, not my head hurts. Thank you.
Oh man.
I think probably I should start drinking before some of these lives. That would probably help.
This guy
Questions
did that.
like that.
This guy did that once or twice, and I don't know that it was a great idea.
Probably not. You got me in
Yeah.
trouble in more ways than one.
Oh yeah. Because not only was she pissed that I kept him out in the garage all night, she was pissed that I kept him out all night and that he was hammered when he came home.
Yeah, I mean, it's only like 13 feet between the house and the garage, but it was a tough
Oh yeah. It's a long way to get home.
Is that the same night that you fell over the rail?
I don't know.
No,
There's been
not-
things.
the rail. I thought you fell when you were doing something. When you
I
fell
know I
down that
fell down the
stair.
stairs. That was when I was trying to chase a cat. Cat got out and I had to go get her.
Never tell the truth. Ever.
I
Always
lie.
lies.
I never tell the truth. Funny part about that lie is it kind of tells itself. You
Oh,
drunk?
man.
No.
No. What?
I got bit by a
Ugh.
snake.
That's what I have not listen. So I have had to deal with a lot of people that were probably still drunk and or hungover in the military throughout the years, and I've heard a lot of excuses, but that one is what I've never heard, and it was actually good. If a dude would have told me, some kid tells me as he's drunk in formation still that he got bit by a snake and that's why he's wobbling in and out, that kid gets to go sit
And
down.
here's the
He
caveat.
gets to go sit down because
You're
he
like,
won.
what's wrong
He's
with you? Be
winning.
like, I got bit by a snake. Where at? I don't think you want to see. It's private.
Like I said, that dude wins. He can go sit down.
All I know is the tip is very swollen.
And there we go. Demonetized.
And demonetized.
I mean, we're talking
I
about
know.
snake bites.
I want to say that I'm normally the culprit and the reason we get demonetized, but he's really helping today.
I thought it was a challenge. I don't show up to the wrong place.
Oh God, I miss these. I'm glad we're doing these again.
What are you looking at?
Yeah.
Bet you're looking at me.
No, the worst is the drunks that want to tell you how they feel.
Oh,
True.
no.
I've heard some of the worst stories from people that want to tell me. I'm like, you should just keep that on the inside.
I don't know.
Go hang out with soldiers.
So I'm one of those drunks that I'm the same person that I am drunk as sober. Just probably a lot louder, but I'm not one of those people that is going to tell you all these things I don't normally tell you when I'm sober. I don't like those people. Those people I find to be disingenuous that actually want to tell me everything they actually think when they're drunk because they figure it's a get out of jail free card. I'd have more respect for you if you would just do that all of the time. But that's the thing. You know, they want to get handsy or they want to fucking tell you what they really think about you or these things when they're drunk as an excuse to let go. And it's like, this makes me trust you even less when you're actually
I don't know if it's an
sober.
excuse or if it's just that they don't really have the courage to do it when they're not in.
Well, some of that makes me go, I don't trust you now.
Well,
when
yeah.
I'm not sober.
Because my courage doesn't come into like being handsy or that, but like I've jumped off a balcony before drunk.
Yeah, but you probably would have jumped off that balcony sober.
Pretty close,
you know what I mean?
I mean, if the money was
there is an extent and something to be said for liquid courage, don't get me wrong, but there are, the people I'm talking about that use it as an excuse to almost say and do too much. Oh,
yeah, but I used to get fighty a lot.
That is a problem, though, also with the drinking. That's your courage, and then thinking you're.
Well, see, that's not my courage. It's just when I'm not drinking, I'm like, I don't really want to get hit. And when I'm drinking, I'm like, this isn't going to hurt at all till tomorrow, so I'm good.
that is actually sound logic. I can't find anything wrong there. No lies were told there, sir.
Well, it's funny because there is.
I love you, man. I love you, man.
Oh, that's horrible.
There is the tipping point where, someone's not smooth. Then they hit that nice little period where they're just rightly buzzed, just perfectly buzzed.
I'll never get there.
And that lasts for about a split second. And then they're
sloppy drunk.
I'm just really good until I'm not.
It depends what I'm drinking. Well, if I am not, sometimes you get in a mood where you're just like, it's going to be that night. We are going to drink hard and make terrible life decisions. And sometimes that night is going to be that night early into the night. But for the most part, I try to be the one that is. Well, other thing I learned a long time ago, me being the size I am, and mongrels, you've met me in real life. If I get tuned up and pass out somewhere, no one is putting me into bed or onto the couch or best case scenario, they'll be able to maybe roll me over so I don't drown. You know what I mean? But at a certain point, there's just not much you can do with a bunch of dead weight.
Have a good one, Ryan. I'm glad you guys are all good after those tornadoes.
Ryan, have a good night.
See you 113.
Oh, no problem, dudes. We can probably get that going right now. If you want to come in and give us the old outro here, we'll end it at the 3-hour mark. We've been going for a while. But
boop.
You want to let's we always end with dudes last. Let's go dudes first. What do you got coming up, dudes? What is coming up on the channel for you?
Hopefully I do a Volvo video. I've been slowly tinkering away at it. I'm doing like a 1-year remembrance video.
Okay.
And then after that, it's Omega. And then
Fox is asking about that.
Something else.
Are you gonna do a short in the voice off of the Chat GP thing that we just?
I don't know how well that would fly. I would have to add it on top of videos just to see what would happen to it.
I think you do. Yeah, no, I think you run a second video with that Well, we've talked about that. We're doing something out of the ordinary on top of the ordinary and doubling it up, and then I think you should try it. It's hilarious. Just don't think about it so much. Just do it.
Yeah. Get right on that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just don't think, just jump.
Just jump. All right. So, what else you got going on? Is that it?
That's it for me.
That's it. Just
Very slow go
shorts,
around here.
long form, maybe once a month.
Yep.
Are you gonna do a live?
You know, at some point, there will be a live falling off of the ticker in April, so I'll have to do one.
Yeah, because you're getting pretty close. You got about 10 days, 12
Yeah.
days until that is going to come off there.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll be patiently waiting for that notification, I guess.
Yeah, that would be a great live. I remember the last one.
Was
The last one was
good?
It was wild because there was 1 million people in the chat. We had slow chat on it. It was still too fast. I couldn't keep up with anything.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It was. It was wild.
Oh yeah, I was asking stupid questions. Just for the fun of it.
The best was
It was nothing but.
the first 5 minutes is dude super angry that no one showed up. So he's got this kind of look on his face. Like, if you know dudes, you'll know that he's a little miffed. And then all of a sudden it blows up and no one cares about shit anymore. We're just like, oh my God, so many questions. And we just rolled on it. But like for the first minute or so, dudes is just like, yep, no one. You see him like looking at me like, no one showed. I knew it. Until they all showed up, and you could watch his face just go, "Oh shit!"
I could see that.
Yeah, there were some crazy questions too. Like, is a Honda better than a Nissan, dudes? Tell me which one.
Oh yeah,
Right.
started all
About
kinds
that.
of questions.
That's
Tell
when
me
you
what
bring
you
out
think
the
about
Scottish
today.
accent, and you go, "No, the buff crap." Right?
You can have some fun with it. But all right, dudes. Well, if you got to roll, we're gonna start wrapping towards the end. I say we're gonna wrap, but you know how this goes. We might still go for 3 or 4 hours.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Appreciate it, brother.
Hey man.
Later.
Well, we're going to continue going towards wrapping it up here, though. I think 3 hours is plenty. So some young guy?
Careful there.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think that joke goes cream of some young guy.
there's a joke. I just
There's
wow,
a joke there. It's from Wayne's World.
weird.
Yeah.
So what do you got coming up? What do you got? I know YouTube and life and everything has been going.
Yeah, I've had a lot of family distractions and physical distractions, but
Physical distress.
distress, yeah. But I'll be getting back into it next week and back onto the Mach 1, trying to get that done for No Name Nationals. So we'll be back on
that's
that
coming
pretty
up.
good. I think I'll go pick up a new project if it's finally warming up. I should be able to. The snow should be melted, and I'll be able to get it.
How many
So
projects have you finished in order to bring a new project on board?
Well, like every YouTuber, none. But so
Good. I'm just making sure we're on par here.
So yeah, I'll be picking up the 80 Monte Carlo.
Nice.
And get started on it, or at least see if we can get it running.
Yeah.
Then I'm on to the 99 Trans Am because I'd like to take that to No Name Nationals as well.
Are you gonna drive all
How
these
you
down
gonna drive two
together?
cars?
Yeah. Are you gonna trailer? What's your plan?
You know, there's myself and Chris are coming down again,
So both,
and maybe
okay.
another guy. So we're gonna at least try to take the Mach 1 and the 99 Trans Am, and we possibly, if we can't get one of those, then we have the 67 Mustang as a backup, and we'll take
Yeah.
that down again.
I hate the fact that I have to say that that's old reliable in this situation, but
The 99 should be fine. I just got to do some general
yeah,
maintenance, but I haven't driven that car in a long time, so I want to
Yeah.
go for it.
and that's not a short road trip for a car that hasn't been driven in a very long time. It could make for some very interesting YouTube, but
It's probably 4,000 miles round trip again. Pretty close, anyways.
that's a shit
So-
ton.
So yeah, and so I would really like to get the Mach 1 done in June, at least, so we can get some miles on it, test it out.
No, I think you should wait until the last second
Yeah.
again and then drive
Well,
it
that's probably
completely
what's gonna happen.
untested.
Yeah, probably what's going to happen.
The
And then-
fact that thing made it all the way down and back with very minimal and then broke what, day after you got back?
10 miles later, it's broken.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
That was nuts. I couldn't believe what are the chances, right? It does a over 4,000 miles.
have a good one, there.
Oh,
Yeah.
have a good one. Does over 4,000 miles, and then it breaks the rocker stud in the next 10 miles once we're back. But at least it didn't here.
You couldn't ask for more on that one. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
At least it happened there and not somewhere in the snow or somewhere. I mean, because that's not the end of the world problem, but that's an end of your day problem in most places.
Yeah.
You know.
And then later on down the pipe, I still have to do the LS swap on the Camaro, finish that up. The LS swap on the 88 Trans Am, do the Hemi swap into the 38 Pontiac.
See, you're still on this point where you're lying to yourself that you're actually going to do all these things. I've just gone to I'm not going to finish any of those projects. And then if I actually do, I'm like, oh, look what I did. Yay,
but I got
me.
parts. I got more parts. So now I can go back to working on those. So
see, and you, unlike me, actually finish a project every now and again. So there is that.
Yeah, well, now to be fair, I do finish projects, but
no, that's what I'm saying. You actually do finish projects. I never do. So you already have that going for you. You know, like that's already at least something you do sometimes. I never.
A couple of things that people are really asking for that I really got to get back on is I got to get back on the wiring for the Hemis, like do the Hemi swaps, because there's a couple more wiring videos for the ASD relay and
so you're getting guys that are coming in and asking questions about that.
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Nice. I get a lot of questions, and and I do help those guys out as best I can. I don't always have the answers for them. One of the interesting things that we just found out is another guy had put a Hemi into a Fargo, and I do have a video on that truck, and he put the 545 RFE, which is the modern transmission for that Hemi as well.
Okay.
And he, at 97 kilometers or about 60 miles an hour, it would just cut the throttle out. Boom, stop.
Go into limp mode.
Go into limp mode. He couldn't figure out why. So what I came up with is, and I think he got this from someplace else. I said, did you put the brake switch in it? Because it needs the brake switch for the traction control and all that stuff. It's one of the feeder inputs.
Oh,
it needs to see that it has where the brakes are applied or not. And as soon as he did that, fixed. So it's stuff like that that can kind of catch people a little bit when they do these. It's great that, I'm talking to people and figuring this out so that when they actually do it and I do it, then I say, okay, here's what's going on. You need to correct that. Then you had a couple other problems that we worked through and figured out.
So the 480E has a brake switch that has to be installed too when you do that swap.
Yeah.
But not the 460.
So do you guys get a lot of questions, because both of you do videos that get a lot of watched for how-to stuff. I get questions on, hey, what part number is this? Or what in a video, like I changed something, or what was the torque on that or something I'll get on some of my videos. And I'm just like, I will go look it up and put it in the comments.
Go look it up, yeah.
I totally will.
I will. Yeah.
You guys do the same thing? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of that.
I don't get it
honestly,
ton,
I get a lot of people on, especially on my minivan window video. I get a lot of people just saying, "Hey, thanks for the very long explanation on everything," because I can see how it's done now. That was one of my earlier videos where I didn't chop that one up very well at all, but there's a lot of people that like it.
Exactly. I get that with my my starter video for the Ford. It's not chopped up. It's not a great video shot as in thought for thought shot, but it's a head mount that I wear the whole time, and you get to see the whole job and get an idea. And so I get two types of comments on that. Thanks for showing everything, and this video is the worst. Go off yourself.
Yeah.
I don't get those on I don't get that comment on most of my how-tos. I don't get that.
Most of my comments are actually very good, or just questions, and they ask questions, which I enjoy, because it means the video is, it's what do we call it? The green evergreen.
Oh yeah, evergreen. Well,
it's an evergreen.
Interaction is always good.
Yes, it's evergreen. People are watching it. People are still asking questions, even though the video is a couple years old, right? They're looking for the information, which is great, and I don't mind helping them out as long as I've got the time and everything else to kind of get into it and help them. So I don't mind, but I'm sure there will come a point where I'm not going to be able to answer everyone. but
Well, it's like, dudes,
Well, I
when
can.
he really blew up, and the tidal wave of freaking comments and things. Like, I try my best to answer everybody's comment within a day or two of the commenting. Sometimes I'll go 3 days before I get through all the comments, just because life is happening or whatnot. But I try to make a thing to do it. Dude's got so many freaking. I mean, you two get it. Well, maybe not. Midnight gets a good bit of comments through on your stuff too, don't you? I don't get a ton of comments, really.
Yeah, I get some stuff gets a lot of comments and some gets nothing.
Well,
But
I don't
Majority of
know.
mine are zeros.
My Hemi wiring video, I don't know what that's at for comments right now. Can you tell how many comments are on a particular video?
There's a way, but I couldn't tell you how to do it at the moment. But all right, well, we're gonna get to wrapping here. Midnight, how about you? What do you got coming up here?
oh man, I have been making a never-ending video on my 65C10. It's
Nice.
been one thing that leads to another thing, so that I can't get anything finished on it to make a video, because I can't make a video and end it with, well, we're halfway through a whole bunch of things in this video. Maybe the next video I can finish them.
That's literally 90% of my build videos. What are you talking about?
I always like to make sure I have at least one thing that's done. And one thing leads to another thing to another thing. It's like, I got to do this before I can finish that. But now I have to do that before I can finish that piece to do that.
So at what point do you have so much footage from doing all of that doesn't essentially culminate in anything? Do you go, okay, well, we've got an hour of footage here. Do I do a video where it doesn't?
What I do is I do a very, very super chopped up video that doesn't show a lot and ends up not being really a how-to video, but a video that's not going to get watched by anyone. So
see, remember what I said? Remember how I said that's what I do in my videos? That's what happens. So yeah, watch out for that.
This started out. I'm going to end up chopping up part of that video. So part of it, right, I'm doing a radiator install on the truck because it's an LS swap. It's getting a aluminum radiator with electric fan. And so when I'm done with all of that, I am going to do here's the difference between, green antifreeze and this pink antifreeze, the GM stuff.
Yeah.
And why in my 65C10, I'm using the new stuff. And the reason is,
so you got your how-to video
right,
as it's kind of like separate from what
right, but that's going to come out of that's going to come out of all that, because it's like, okay, the LS engines use this antifreeze because they have a lot of aluminum in them, and I've upgraded to an aluminum radiator because you really don't want to use the new GM stuff with a copper radiator. So if you've replaced your copper radiator with an aluminum radiator and you have an LS with aluminum heads, blah, 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 you really should just be using the new stuff.
Yeah.
So,
but
so that's going to be that video.
While we're on this topic, let's touch on this for a minute, because a lot of the green antifreeze is now universal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So how universal is it actually?
I have done an entire lifetime of just putting whatever antifreeze universal goes in whatever anything, and I've had zero issues.
The problem, they say, though, if you put the green antifreeze, the regular green antifreeze in with the new stuff,
it can gel.
It'll cause it to form a gel, which then will clog up your system, so you can't mix the stuff.
No.
The other part.
I've always gone to once. So I go to the generic when we drain it all out. It's kind of right. Yeah.
But the other thing about it is another part of that video, and I always do this in my videos. I'm always talking about the cost of things. Currently, you can buy a gallon of the non-mix concentrate at Advance Auto or AutoZone for $1 less than a gallon of the premix. And it's just why are people buying premix?
I don't know why people buy it. It's $1 more up here for the concentrate for the same size bottle, and I'm like, okay, the only possible reason you would buy their premix is, let's say you have a known little leak in your car or something like that, and you just want something to dump in there every now and then.
Yeah.
But even still, if you really want to, you could take the concentrate and make more and have 2 gallons of it.
It's time.
If you have a leak,
The only
you
way
should
that
have
makes
extra down somewhere.
the only way this makes any sense is if you get a leak and you pull in somewhere and you just on the road, we're going to top it off and go, I don't have time, don't want to deal with it. Just that is the only time that, and I'm not even saying that that is a good reason, but that's the only thing that makes any sense.
Well, yeah, I never buy
always
the premix unless I'm stuck. If I'm stuck, I'll buy premix. But the problem with the premix is you get into the where, oh, well, I don't have anything, and I got to dump a little bit of water in here just to top it back up. And then all you have is premix, so eventually you dilute to the point where it's no longer effective.
And I don't believe there's too much of an issue with being too concentrate.
Well, it can cause overheating issues. With
you have to be straight concentrate at that point, right? Like if you're a little more than whatever the ideal mixture, and you're a little more.
Well, if you're like 70-30, you're not going to have too many problems. But
but of course, the part of the video with that particular video, I will also go over the testing tool for testing your antifreeze, so that not only do you know that you should buy concentrate and just mix it yourself.
You got 3 different videos here.
It could be 3 different videos. It could be one video that covers all of it. It could be 3 shorts.
So that is another thing. So it's been no secret that I've done the majority of this for tax reasons, and taxes are a big point. The shorts game opens up the tax revenue side of this for basically writing off what you're using for it's so much easier to do a short and make a little bit of money and be like, I use this vehicle for that. So now it's a total write-off.
Yeah. I haven't gotten anything back from my tax people yet. I'm paying to do my taxes because I'm terrible at math, but I kept track of all of the stuff I bought last year that showed up in a video or was a tool that I used for a video or whatever. I kept track of all of that. I listed all the videos and all of these parts and stuff. And so I'm hoping that's all going to be a write-off.
Yep. That's what I ended up. So I actually got QuickBooks 2020 and my mom had it. And I set up the whole business and made, I have invoices and everything for everything that goes through now.
I'm not that organized. I can't do it. I know better. I can't.
If I didn't have the program, I don't know that I'd be that organized. I wouldn't pay for it, but my mom had it, and so now that I've used it, when I went to the tax lady who does my taxes and actually does everything, she's offered me a job every single time I go there.
Oh wow, yeah. See, that's nice.
Come work for me for tax season. And I'm like, I don't want to.
My
accountant will probably say, "Don't come back to me next year. Go someplace else."
I'm very fortunate.
Good.
My sister's an accountant, and she just does it for me.
I don't know any accountants, so I'm kind of screwed there.
Yeah, I got one because I knew I was going to be pressing the limit, and I didn't need the accountant to do the taxes. I needed the accountant to make sure that what I was doing was going to be able to be done. I paid for mentorship and knowledge this year for taxes. And the fact
I'm not trying to do anything illegal.
Well, no, it's not illegal, but there are rules, and you need to know what the rules are and know where, like, if this is the line, especially with taxes, I'm going to the line. I'm going to be
absolutely.
on the line.
You absolutely should.
And they change the rules constantly.
And they do, which is why I think I might next year for tax season do the season with her and try to learn, like, do data acquisition and inputting type stuff. Where basically they give you a pile of numbers that need to be put into the system. And that was something I'm actually decently good at. And basically what I did for myself on my taxes this year going in QuickBooks. So I might do that next year and get to learn a little bit more about it's an area I would like to be more proficient in. And if I can make a few bucks.
You could be an accountant for, a few months every year.
That's exactly what she said. Basically come in, do what she needs done, make some money, and get my taxes done for free.
That's all right.
Essentially, I'm like, it's not. I told her this year I needed to figure out what taxes were, which they weren't that bad. I have some wiggle room left in money I can make, because that's the problem I start running into. I start making too much more money, and it pushes us into a tax bracket that does things. And if they do what they're talking about with the VA benefits and saying if you make over $125,000 combined and you start losing benefits, I'm already right up against that. So
That's insane.
Wow.
yeah.
That's
So at that
good.
point, it would be stupid for me to go make, let's say you make 15 grand working a tax season. If I make 15 grand, that makes me lose $47,000 or whatever it is for the year, because I made 15 grand more.
Right.
Really?
So yeah,
Wow.
well, it hasn't happened yet. This is a bill that is being talked about to be brought up.
Well,
to Congress.
that's absolutely ridiculous, but they'll get you anyways if they can. Like
Yeah.
up here, we have the tiered tax system. I don't know if you have the same thing, but
Oh,
so
yeah.
our tax brackets, they're only set up for like the first tax bracket, tier 1, will be like say 0 to 30,000 or
Yeah.
29,000, and that you'll be taxed at say 10% type thing, right? And then once you go 30,000 to 50,000, you're taxed 20%.
Yep, same
But
thing.
you're not taxed 20% on all of it. You're only taxed on the 20% on anything over the 29,009, over the 30,000.
Yeah.
So the first chunk of money is still taxed at 10%, and then anything over that is taxed in the next higher tax bracket.
I believe they tax all of it at that tax bracket.
Oh, okay. That's not how it works here.
I
It's
believe. Don't put me on that.
like the way our tax system works is from this point to this point, that's in that tax bracket, and that's taxed at that.
Yeah.
Then you move up to another tax bracket, and from that point to that point, that money's taxed at that percentage.
So
And
right
you
now
guys-
between the two of us, we are in and pretty low in the 22% bracket.
Yeah.
But if that thing with the VA money goes through, I would be at the high end of that issue. So I have room to make some money this year and be underneath the 25 or 4% tax bracket. But as long as this other thing with the VA doesn't go through.
Now, just so you know, we top out at the 48% tax bracket.
Jeez, I don't know what we top out at, but I know at 22%, I was not very stoked about it.
No. Yeah. So
40 freaking. I was talking to somebody who was saying Europe is very high in a lot of taxes over there too.
oh yeah, they will be too. Yeah.
But all right, we have literally dwindled this down to nobody here because we said we were leaving 20 minutes ago, and then we started talking about taxes. So
Yeah.
we really killed this stream.
Yeah, just way to shut it down.
It really does. I mean, we could talk about basket weaving or something if we really wanted to kill it just the rest of the way. I appreciate you guys coming on. Mongols, we got to get you on earlier for a full show. Last couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make a couple on time soon.
Well, we're trying to do a 5 p.m. West Coast time consistent deal so we can, and it's one of those deals like tonight dudes had to roll and couldn't do we're not supposed to go for 3 hours, but it does kind of end up happening sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great having you on. I really appreciate it. Jim, as always,
you,
man. Appreciate you coming in and keeping us on some sort of no, you really do, because you kind of you do it the same way too when you're here, Mongols. The problem is dudes and I get off and we'll rant and go down rabbit holes, and if somebody isn't keeping us like with a stick, hey, over here. So you guys both do a great job of that. I really appreciate that because we need it. The chat GP thing tonight, that is a section I think we need to.
Oh, I think that's going to have to come into every show.
I do believe that we are finding some things that we need to kind of lean towards with some structure in this show, and I like how we're finding them with no structure. Like we're just falling into these segments. Like don't. It comes down to the thing. Don't force it. You know what I mean? It'll come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, man.
All right, Danson, I appreciate you. We got him in here. Stupid Fast probably still in here. Sarah was in here for the most time. Becky left a while ago. We had 113 in the house. and many more after that. I'm not scrolling all the way to the top. In fact, sounds like I lost the camera. Oh yeah, battery's dead. Well, yes.
Oh, 2 sets of batteries.
Yeah,
Whoa,
yes, the ran through two. That's how you know.
Wow,
it's
it's good night.
Well, you know the show is done then.
All right, boys. I appreciate it. We'll talk to everyone later. I hope you